And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Lady Hornets basketball on mybasin.com. The Hornets back on the road for this one, taking a trip over Highway 140. They find themselves just south of Grants Pass in the city of Murphy, Oregon, at Hidden Valley High School to take on the Lady Mustangs. Pleasure to be with you, everybody, and a happy Tuesday to you. My name is Josh Eldridge, with you for another Skyline Conference contest. The Hornets 3-1 in conference play with an astounding 12-8 overall record. These Hidden Valley Mustangs, they're still searching for their first Skyline Conference win of 2023, and they've got that 5-13 overall record coming into tonight. Last time these two teams met up, it was a 30-point victory in favor of Henley, but that was back inside the Hornets' nest, and anything can happen here at the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex at Hidden Valley High School. We're going to step aside just briefly. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Skyline Conference and, of course, get ready for starting lineups and tip-off tonight as the Hornets take on the Mustangs on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not cold. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
We're back at Hidden Valley High School, the site of this Skyline Conference showdown between the Mustangs and the visiting Henley Lady Hornets. Coming into tonight's contest, as we take just a brief look now at the Skyline Conference standings, the three Basin teams lead the way. Atop the conference is Mazama. They are unbeaten in conference play, 4-0. They have an 8-8 overall record. And the Henley Hornets right behind them with that 3-1 league mark. They have more overall wins as well, 12-8 overall. But again, that conference mark from Azama unblemished. They find themselves leading the way. Klamath Union is in third place. They're 2-2, 6-6 overall. The Pelicans even themselves out to 500 after beating these Hornets, after the Hornets beat them. That was back on Friday of last week. And behind them, it's going to be Phoenix at 1-3, and then the Hidden Valley Mustangs, again, still winless in conference play, 5-13 overall. The last win for Hidden Valley was a date with Cottage Grove. That was back on January 7th, where they beat Cottage Grove 42-25. Another win against Cottage Grove earlier in the season. And then before that, they've beaten North Valley, North Bend, as well as North Marion. So the wins have come few and far between for these Mustangs, but back on their home floor for 3 of their final 4 games, starting tonight against Henley, then hosting Phoenix a week from tonight, and visiting Mazama before hosting Klamath Union to wrap up the season. The Mustangs looking to gain some ground in the conference, but standing in their way are the Henley Lady Hornets, who are winners of 3 straight and 4 of their last 5. They've been playing some great basketball, and they did so to kick off league play earlier this season in a 30-point win over Hidden Valley back inside the Hornets' nest. We're going to take one more brief pause in the pregame show. When we come back, it'll be time to meet the starting lineups and, of course, tip-off on Basin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Back inside Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Hidden Valley High School. Getting ready for some ladies basketball tonight as we met the starting 5 for the Hornets just a moment ago. We'll catch you up. Number 11, Holly Parker. Number 12, Maya Mock. Number 15, Annie Campos. Number 22, Anna Harper. And number 24, Jewel Northcutt. The starting 5 tonight for Henley, coached, of course, by Mr. Randy Denson, assisted by Heidi Friend and Kevin Petrick. Now time to meet the starting 5 for the hometown Hidden Valley Mustangs. A senior, number 2, Morgan Tiffin. Asia Lepan, a junior. Number 13, a senior, Ashley Yunker. Number 23, a senior, Gia Bentz. And number 34, a senior, Delaney Pierce. The Mustangs are coached by Andrew Clem, assisted by Cindy Ford, Ashley Warnke, and Katie Lepan. The Hornets tonight, and they're visiting road navy blue uniforms with Henley written in yellow across the chest. The Mustangs tonight in their home white uniforms with orange lettering and numbers with Lady Stangs written in cursive right across the chest. And you'll see there as the scoreboard pops up on your screen, the small number 7 next to the Lady Hornets. They do find themselves ranked 7th in the state coming into tonight's game. Meantime, Hidden Valley is ranked 27th. That is out of 31 4A teams in the Oregon Schools Activities Association 4A class. As the Hornets control the opening tip, getting it ahead to Holly Parker, who steps into a long 2-point jumper. Hits off the front of the rim, was no good. Annie Campos tries for the putback, can't get it. Anna Harper attempted with the rebound, can't control it as it goes out of bounds. And it was a 56-44 victory for Henley last time out. That was on Friday night. Hornets did a good job controlling the glass, but just could not convert on second, third, and fourth chance points, at least in that first half. They started to separate themselves from the Pirates in that second half when they were able to put the ball through the net. But still, hard work on the glass allowed Henley to ultimately pull away in Friday night's game. As Annie Campos crosses the timeline for Henley, bouncing it ahead to Jewel Northcutt. Trying to get it back to Campos on the near wing, steps back beyond the arc. Now it's Mock, top of the key. Back to Campos now, near side. Underhand toss to Harper for a long two. Hits off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound is collected by Hidden Valley and Morgan Tiffin. She hits the deck, and a foul was called. As Hidden Valley brings it into the front court. Ball goes to Tiffin, top of the key. Getting it now near side to LePan. LePan on the near side wing. Bouncing it over, attempted for Junker, but it's stolen away by Henley. Trying to get it down low to Northcutt, but the Mustangs swipe it away as well. Running into a jump shot and nailing it. That was Gia Bentz for the opening points of the ball game, and Hidden Valley finds themselves up 2-0. Henley now on the near side, dribbles it out of bounds. Possession is headed the way of the Mustangs. Inbound pass finds its way to LePan. She kicks it to Bentz as Bentz works her way up the floor. Now top of the key. Terminates the dribble, passes it near side to Tiffin, who brings it back around top of the key, guarded by Northcutt. Tosses it over to LePan. LePan puts it on the deck, trying to move left against Holly Parker. Spins around to her right. Trying to get it down low, it looked like to Pierce. Finds Junker. She lofts it over to Bentz on the far side. Bentz backs up, tries to extend Anna Harper a little bit beyond the perimeter. Pass to Tiffin. Corralled after almost finding its way into the first row. Tiffin drives to the hoop and gets fouled, so she will go to the line for a pair. Tiffin led her team in scoring last time these two teams met up. Again, that was on January 13th, leading her team with 10 points in what was ultimately a losing effort for Hidden Valley. And Tiffin gets on the board there with her first free throw made, and she'll get a second opportunity here. That one rattles out, no good. Anna Harper collects the glass. Here's Annie Campos racing up the floor, trying to drive inside, steps back at the free throw line, kicks it to Parker for a long two. That one bounces off the top of the backboard, ultimately out of bounds before staying in the possession of the Hornets. And for Henley, last time these two teams played, it was an astounding game for Anna Harper. Really a breakout game for the sophomore. In her first league performance, scored 23 points. And the putback there attempted by Harper wouldn't go. Lily Fassell grabs the rebound. Finally, it looks like Harper trying to control another rebound before getting fouled. And so it will be Anna Harper to the free throw line for a pair. And we'll remind you that tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. You can come on in for a free pre-trip safety check. They're going to help make sure that everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. First free throw hits off the front of the rim for Harper. No dice. There's Harper. Second free throw is no good, and that's Pierce collecting the rebound for the Lady Mustangs, and it's Gia Bentz who's going to bring it into the front court for Hidden Valley. Handoff pass to Tiffin, finds herself on the right wing just inside the three-point arc before kicking it back to Bentz. Bentz against Harper beyond the arc, kicks it to Tiffin. Tiffin lofting it down low to Pierce, and she corrals the loose ball, but a held ball down low, as that was Harper and Campos applying pressure on the defensive end. It'll remain Mustang basketball. Here's Gia Bentz to inbound on the baseline. Lofting it into Tiffin. She can't control the pass, but does collect the loose ball. Trying to drive right baseline. Steps back for a long jumper. Won't go. And it's going to be Maya Mock who gets the rebound. Lofts it into the front court. A reverse layup attempt by Harper. No good. Lily Fassell with the rebound, and she's hacked. And so it'll be Fassell heading to the line for a couple. The freshman typically in the starting lineup for Henley, although she was swapped out with Jewel Northcutt for the first couple of minutes of the ball game, but Northcutt now finds herself on the bench with Fassell in the game. Last time these two teams met, Fassell with 9 points and a couple of made free throws in that game and knocks down her first attempt here. sub in for Hidden Valley is going to be Deanna Dice. The second free throw was no good. Pass goes inside to Harper, and she gets fouled, so Anna Harper will head to the free throw line. She came up empty in her last trip, but we'll see if the sophomore can improve here. Tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin. 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports. The score 3-2, and Hidden Valley's in front, but Harper a chance to tie. Can't convert, and it's Dice who gets the rebound for the Mustangs. Tiffin lofting it ahead to Bentz. Stops at the free throw line, or the three-point line, and fires, and it's no good. Fussell with the rebound, but she's hassled. Bentz takes it away, driving to the rim, up off the glass, no good. Fussell collects the rebound again, but is again bothered by Bentz before relinquishing possession to Annie Campos. Campos trying to drive the near lane and has the ball stripped away from her by Asia LePan, the junior, getting a hand in the way. Possession will stay with the Hornets. It's Fussell finding Campos. Head fakes a three before putting it on the deck. Dribbling to the top of the key, gets it to Mock near side. Mock driving baseline, tries to go up for the shot, and Dice strips it. Dice now racing into the front court for Hidden Valley. Gets it to Bentz on the right elbow. Kicks it near side to Ramos for a mid-range jumper. It won't go. Fussell with the rebound. Kicking it ahead to Campos. Has a little bit of trouble with the pass, but collects in time. Here's Campos driving inside, 12-foot jumper, rolls out, no good. Anna Harper collects the rebound, tries to get it to Mock, but it's a loose ball. Picked up by Bentz, one-on-one fast break. Bentz against Mock, and Bentz can't get the layup. The rebound is snagged by Fussell and kicked ahead to Campos. Campos driving along the right elbow, spins around, and gets double-teamed, has the ball ripped away by LePan, and Campos, they're playing her physical. The entire Hidden Valley defense playing quite physical to open up this ball game. Again, the Mustangs still searching for a league win. As come out with a bit of fire on their home court. Coach Denson wants time. We'll take one as well. It's 3-2 with 3:44 to go in the opening period. You've got Lady Hornets basketball tonight on MyBasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back at Hidden Valley High School, the score 3-2 in the opening quarter. Subs coming in for Henley after the timeout. Kennedy Modine checking in along with Senya Campos. Anna Harper, Annie Campos, and Lily Fussell still on the floor. Meantime, for Hidden Valley, they've got the same five out there of Bentz, Dice, Ramos, Tiffin, and LePan. It'll be Modine who takes the inbound pass, trying to bounce it inside to Campos on the right elbow. Lofts it inside to Senya Campos. Has the ball batted out to beyond the three-point arc, but here's Modine trying to cross up Bentz, and a foul. And this one, we'll see if it's offensive or defensive. I believe that's going to be a defensive foul. Even though Modine initiated the contact, it'll be Hornets basketball right in front of the Mustangs bench. Anna Harper inbounds it to Campos on the far side wing, zipping it inside to Modine. The pass broken up by Bentz. And Modine tried to save it from going out of bounds, but was ultimately the last to touch it. Here's Bentz to inbound, kicks it ahead to Tiffin. Tiffin bothered by Fussell on the far side of the floor. Tiffin driving that far side, one step inside the three-point arc, takes a shot, no good. A skirmish for the rebound is a held ball with possession to the Hornets. Inbound to Modine as she brings it up the floor. Modine has it picked away by Bentz. Quick hands there as Bentz racing up the floor now. Interior pass to Tiffin, won't go. Rebound is battled for underneath the hoop, but another held ball. This time it's Hidden Valley's possession as Bentz has been tough on the defensive end. The senior has made the only field goal of the night for either team and has come up with a couple of early steals against Henley. Bentz lofting it into Dice, but the pass broken up by Campos. Campos tossing it over to Modine on the far side. She steps into a three. Back iron no good, and Bentz gets the rebound. A foul. This one's going to go against Modine. And Jewel Northcutt into the game for Henley. Looks like along with Holly Parker. Out comes Anna Harper and Annie Campos. Bentz lofting it, top of the key, intended for Ramos, but stolen away by Senya Campos. Campos zipping it underneath the paint on a quick pass, and Facel is fouled on the shot. That was great court vision by Senya Campos. And you've got these three freshman guards for Henley who have really impacted this team. Senya Campos, Lily Facel, and Kennedy Modine. And each of them playing different guard positions, but each of them great court vision. As that's Facel there at the line to knock down a free throw. And even up the score at 3-all with 2:37 to go in the first. Here's the second free throw from Facel. That one's no good. The rebound batted out of bounds by Henley, it looks like. And so it'll be Mustangs' possession. Still tied at 3. Here's Bentz. High inbound pass, corralled by LePan as she gets a good look at the rim and can't convert. Another missed open layup for Hidden Valley as the Hornets, an opportunity here to try to take the lead as Modine crosses the timeline. Kicks it over far side to Facel. Back to Modine. Modine driving inside, battles through some tough defense, up with the shot, no good. But the rebound is kicked out of bounds. Will go the way of the Mustangs. Bentz trying to get it over to Tiffin, but she's bothered in the backcourt, the far backcourt, as she steps out of bounds. And Tiffin was left on an island a little bit there among two Henley defenders. And the Hornets doing a good job forcing a turnover there as Annie Campos and Anna Harper check into the game for Jewel Northcutt and Lily Facel. Here's Annie Campos to inbound. Campos bouncing it inside to Harper along the far side. Harper trying to get it to Modine, but it goes out of bounds. And the Hornets will take over. Bentz getting it into Ramos. Ramos to the hoop. That one goes, and Hidden Valley breaks the tie. They now lead 5-3. Here's Annie Campos now. Getting it over to Modine. Head fakes a three. Drives the lane. She's fouled. And the bucket. The freshman finishing through contact. And a chance to give her team the lead. And I think they're maybe trying to fix the score here inside the gym. There we go. Tied at 5 and a chance to break the tie for Modine, and she does. Made free throw there, gives Henley a 6-5 advantage with 1:51 to go in the first. And the Hornets trying to force a turnover there, but It's Tiffin who collects on the far side. Right elbow jumper is short of the target. And it'll be Mustangs ball as it goes out of out of bounds. Checking into the game for Hidden Valley, Ashley Junker. Out is Tiffin. Here's Modine. Guarded by Kelly, who's checked into the game for Hidden Valley. Pass goes inside to Mock. Tried to kick it back outside to Modine, and Kelly snags it away. Kicks it ahead to Junker. Junker crosses to her left, now back to her right. Digging it inside to LePan. LePan on the left block. Kicks it back outside to Ramos. Ramos zips it inside to Dice, but the pass broken up. And possession will go to the Hornets as it was actually Dice who was last to touch it. Modine bouncing it inside to Campos, but the loose ball was corralled by Modine. Modine spinning around to her right, driving the lane, up off the glass, and it's good, and a nifty move there by the freshman Modine to build this lead up to 8-5 now. Inbound pass goes to LePan. LePan hassled on her way up the floor. Now it's Junker who has to find her way into the front court. Junker guarded by Parker, who's checked into the game for Henley. Now it's Kelly, guarded by Harper, kicks it to Junker. Junker, underhand dish to Kelly, dips it over to LePan. LePan out to Ramos on the far side before getting it back inside to Kelly. Kelly dribbles it out beyond the arc. It's LePan now on the right block. Bouncing it back outside to Kelly. Kelly now to Ramos. Ramos trying to drive the lane, kicks it to Junker for a long two. Back iron no good, and the rebound collected by LePan. LePan bounces it back outside to Kelly for another long two. That one won't go. The loose ball collected by Modine. Modine hassled up the floor and goes out of bounds as Junker was the last to touch it. Half-court heave at the buzzer's no good, and so we'll end the first quarter with a score of 8-5, and Henley leads. You've got Lady Hornets basketball on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
It's Kennedy Modine who leads all scorers after the first period. She's got 5 points tonight as her team is in front of Hidden Valley 8-5 after the opening quarter. Modine is going to start this quarter on the bench. As the five on the floor for Henley, it's going to be Lily Fassell, Holly Parker, Anna Harper, Jewel Northcutt, and Annie Campos. And it'll be Hidden Valley who starts with possession as Junker takes the inbound pass. Here's Junker along the left side. Junker bouncing it over to Tiffin. Tiffin trying to drive the right lane, bouncing it over to Ramos. Now to Junker, far side. Gets it to Tiffin, guarded by Fassell. Tiffin lofting it near side to Kelly. Kelly hassled by Harper as Coach Clem trying to get his offense to run a set play. Here's Tiffin trying to direct some traffic. Gets it to Junker on the far elbow. Driving inside and terminates the dribble before bouncing it back outside to Tiffin. Tiffin now at the free throw line trying to back down Fassell before kicking it outside to Kelly. Kelly now underhand dish to Tiffin. And Tiffin extends the defense as she bounces it to Junker. Junker guarded by Parker, terminates the dribble, bounces it to Tiffin near side. Tiffin one step in front of the arc, is blocked by Fassell. Dice with the rebound down low. She's hassled and finally fouled. The Henley defense not giving up any looks at the rim. Hidden Valley having a tough time getting underneath the hoop. And Junker sneaks past the defense. Of course, right as I mentioned, but can't convert the open layup as Parker now pushing the pace for Henley. Loses a dribble, and it's picked up by Dice. Pass comes near side to Ramos and a whistle. And it'll be Hornets basketball. Harper inbounds it to Campos. Campos going left with it, guarded by Tiffin, trying to drive inside. Campos loses a dribble, recollects, shots off the glass, no good. Rebound was collected by Harper. She can't get it to go, and finally the ball batted out of bounds. Possession stays with the Lady Hornets. Low-scoring affair so far, 6:28 to go in the second, and Henley leads 8-5. Substitution coming in for the Mustangs as Kelly comes out and Asia LePan's back in. Here's Anna Harper. Lofting it into Campos. Campos driving inside, gets past the defense. A long two, won't go. And the rebound is collected by Tiffin, and a foul on the floor. And I think they're trying to figure out who the foul is on. Each official might have seen something different. Eventually, they are going to settle on, I believe it being Modine. At least that's what the scoreboard indicating, but Modine on the bench, so it could have been Parker as well. Inbound pass is going to go right back out of bounds. Possession to Hidden Valley still after it was inbound off the backboard. And I believe we had a violation along the baseline. And it's going to be Hornets basketball. There we go. 6:20 to go in the second. 8-5, and Henley leads. Harper inbounding it underneath her own bucket, lofting it over to Senya Campos, who's into the game now. Campos driving that left lane and gets fouled on the drive. And that one's going to go against Tiffin. That'll be her second. And it will mean free throws for Senya Campos as Henley's now into the bonus. Shooting 1 and 1. First one's good. And so we'll have a second on the way. Here's Campos. That one's no good. Anna Harper with the rebound, puts it on the deck, goes for the putback, can't get that, but she works hard on the glass and gets the third chance point. Harper's got 3 points tonight as her team's up 6, 11-5. The pass intended for Ramos gets away, out of bounds it goes, and the Hornets get possession. It'll be Harper to inbound. Harper lofting it ahead to Facel, kicks it to Senya Campos. Campos dribbling left, zipping it inside to Harper, puts it on the deck, strong move to the rim, but can't get the layup. The rebound is collected by Ramos for Hidden Valley, and the Lady Stangs have got the ball. Ramos with a nice spin move to try to get behind the defense, kicks it to Tiffin. Tiffin now guarded by Facel. Now to Junker near side. Junker kicking it over to Dice, and now it's LePan. LePan at that right elbow, terminates the dribble, bounces it outside to Ramos. Ramos collects, driving far side. Mayamak disrupts the passing lane to Junker. Junker steps into a three, it's no good. LePan saves it from going out of bounds, but only to be collected by Facel. Facel into the front court to Northcutt. Open look at the rim, and it's good. First points of the night for Jewel Northcutt. Her team up 13-5 over Hidden Valley with 5:02 to go in the second quarter. Here's Tiffin with it now. Operating on the far side. Tiffin Trying to get it into Junker, but again taken away by Fussell. Fussell in a 2-on-1 fast break, going to the rim and a double dribble. We're going to have a sub coming in for each team, as it looks like Delaney Pierce in for the Mustangs, Annie Campos and Maya Mock in for Anna Harper and Lily Fussell for the Hornets. Here's Tiffin for Hidden Valley to inbound, bouncing it to LePan. LePan bringing it near side. Gets trapped before bouncing it to Tiffin. Tiffin loses the handle but recollects, picked up by Modine on the far side. Modine guarded by Tiffin. Tiffin trying to loft it into LePan. On that right side block, LePan puts it on the deck, going to work against Senya Campos. Trying to back her down, kicks it outside to Junker. And I believe a timeout was called by Coach Clem, so we'll take one too. 4:21 to go in the second, and the Hornets lead 13-5 in Skyline Conference basketball tonight on mybasin.com.
Plus, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
13-5, and the Lady Hornets in front of Hidden Valley on the road tonight, as the Mustangs still scoreless in this second frame. But they will have possession of the basketball as we come out of the break and right underneath the bucket. So we'll see if Hidden Valley can draw up a play coming out of this timeout. It's Bentz to inbound for Hidden Valley, finds Tiffin on the far side. Tiffin steps into a three, banks it off the glass, no good. Junker gets the long rebound in the corner. Tries to get it inside to Pierce, but she loses the dribble, goes out of bounds, possession Hornets. And it'll be Holly Parker checking in for Maya Mock for Henley. Here's Modine coming up the floor. She leads her team in scoring with 5 points tonight. Gets it inside to Campos. Kicks it outside to Senya Campos. Loses the dribble at the free throw line and it's snagged by Tiffin. Tiffin outnumbered on her way to the rim and gets fouled. And she was fouled on the shot, so Tiffin doing nice work there to get to the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 tonight. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. 1-of-1 free throw trip for Tiffin as Campos works to the rim on the other side, draws the contact, and makes the hoop. Good work by Campos there. Her first point of the night earns her a free throw as well. And it'll be Anna Harper to check in for Senya Campos. Also, Pierce is out, and Ramos is in for Hidden Valley. Here's Campos at the line for her 2+1. The free throw's no good, and the rebound is collected by Bentz. So the score remains 15-6. With Henley in front. Tiffin kicks it to Bentz. Bentz thinks about a three, drives the lane, up with the shot, front of the rim, no good. The rebound is Campos. Campos driving inside, and Tiffin is going to foul her on the floor, but with that being the 9th team foul. Oh, pardon me, that's the 10th team foul for Hidden Valley. So Campos is going to be shooting 2 here, and the Hornets shooting 2 the rest of the way. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. Little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home. That's why Coldwell Banker Premier Realty's exclusive Beyond the Sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty today. Campos with a 1 of 2 trip at the line. Extends her team's lead up to 10. It's 16-6 as the rebound goes out of bounds, and it'll be Mustangs basketball. Here's Bentz to inbound. Finds LePan. LePan racing up the floor, guarded by Campos now in the near corner. Tries to get around Annie, but good man-to-man defense there by Annie Campos. Kicks it out to Bentz. She fires a triple, no good. Battle for the boards underneath. It's a held ball. Possession Hornets. Modine bringing it up for Henley. Crossing to her left, taking the Campos screen, right to the rim, up off the glass, no good. The rebound is collected by Northcutt. Northcutt in a double team, trying to bounce it inside to Harper, but it's stolen away by Junker. Junker pushing the pace for the Mustangs on the far side. Bouncing it inside to Bentz, back outside to Junker. Tries to go right with it, up with the shot, and a nice shot there by Ashley Junker to grab the bucket. That'll be her first 2 points of the night as Annie Campos brings it into the front court for Henley. Stops at the right elbow, jumps and shoots and knocks it down. A nice shot there by Annie Campos as she now has 5 points tonight. Pass into the front court to Bentz, up off the glass, and we've hit a flurry of scoring. It's now 18-10, 2:24 to go in the second. Henley still leads as those points for Bentz makes it 4 for her tonight. Here's Modine now on the near side, bouncing it inside to Northcutt. The shot denied underneath the rim by Bentz, but the rebound is snagged by Modine. Modine hassled as she tries to find positioning along the perimeter. Now guarded out by Kelly. Kelly screened off by Campos. Now bouncing it over to Parker on the far side. Parker loses the dribble. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Bentz. Fussell, Campos, and Mock into the game for Northcutt, Campos, and Parker. And it's Senya Campos in and Annie Campos out. 1:56 to go in the second. 18-10 the score. Henley leads. Inbound pass finds its way to Senya Campos, who's guarded by Kelly. Campos bouncing it inside to Fussell. Couldn't corral the pass right away, but she finally finds it before getting it back to Mock. Now inbound pass to Fussell. The shot blocked again by Bentz. Fussell battling for the ball. There's a battle for the ball, and Fussell gets thrown to the ground. It's going to be a held ball, and Fussell hit the deck pretty hard there. And I think they're going to have her sub out as Northcutt comes in. And Fussell's out. They're going to take a look at her, but she's jogging off the court. Looks to be okay, hoping for the best. There's a tough tumble, and these games can get physical. Bentz to inbound for Hidden Valley. Trying to send some of her team out wide, trying to get it to Ramos. She collects the pass, but is fouled by Mock. And that'll be 1-1 at the line for Ramos. Here's the free throw. Ramos sinks the first, and so she'll get a second. Score now 18-11 with 1:34 to go in the second. That one rattles in and drops. 18-12, and Henley's still in front. Pass tries to find its way to Northcutt, but she can't collect it. Ball hits off her chest, goes out of bounds. It'll be Hidden Valley basketball. Here's Bentz. Hidden Valley likes these long inbound passes. They find Kelly beyond the perimeter. And now here's Bentz taking into the front court. Racing down low, smooth lane to the rim, and Bentz converts for 2. Now back down to a 4-point game. It's 18-14, 1:23 to go in the second. Senya Campos, a bullet pass into Northcutt. And she finally collects it. Tries to get it outside to Parker. Bentz again playing tough defense. 6 points tonight for her as Campos drives to the rim and gets fouled. It'll be 2 free throws for Campos. She's 1 for 2 tonight. As Hidden Valley has already almost doubled their output from the first quarter into this quarter, scoring just 5 in that opening frame and now up to 9 points in this quarter. Here's the first free throw from Senya Campos. It's good. Fussell back into the game after taking that tumble earlier. Also, Kennedy Modine in for Holly Parker. Second free throw's good. And it'll be Annie Campos in for Senya Campos in the final minute 9 of this opening half. Bentz trying to find an opening player, and timeout called by Mr. Andrew Clem, head coach of Hidden Valley, will take one as well. A minute 9 to go in the second, and Henley leads 20-14 on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Back with you courtside inside the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex at Hidden Valley High School. Mustang court. Second year that it's been all white. Lily Fussell intercepts the inbound pass and puts it right back up and in. Fussell with 4 points tonight. Another takeaway for Henley. This time Modine tries to go up with it and she's fouled. So Modine at the line for 2. She's already 1 for 1 in free throw attempts tonight. That one short of its mark as it hit off the front of the rim, and it looks like Delaney Pierce checking in for Hidden Valley's Gia Bentz. Second free throw had a bit too much on it. The rebound is a long one collected by Annie Campos. And I believe they're going to say it was a travel against the Mustangs. And so, no, against the Hornets. All right, here's the inbound pass from Ramos. Ball goes out of bounds and possession to the Hornets. Inbound pass quickly to Modine for 3. It's good. And the first triple of the night is knocked down by Kennedy Modine. That makes it 25-14 as the inbound pass is collected by LePan. LePan racing up the near side of the floor. Inside the perimeter, kicking it outside to Kelly. Kelly making a move along the right baseline. Terminates the dribble. Bounces it outside to Ramos. Loose ball. Rolls out of bounds. But it will remain Hidden Valley basketball. 24 seconds left to go in the opening half, and Henley up by 11, 25-14. Here's Kelly trying to get it inside to Pierce. Pierce backing down Campos, has the ball knocked loose. Pierce recollects, bounces it outside to Junker. Left elbow jumper short of the mark, and Campos gets the rebound. 15 seconds now left to go in the first half. It's 25-14. Henley. Campos with a turnaround jumper knocks it down. 27-14 now after Annie Campos collects her 7th point of the night. 4 seconds now as Ramos gets the inbound pass. Tries to loft it ahead to a teammate, but that will bring us to the end of the first half. Henley up 27-14 in front of Hidden Valley. We'll break down the first half stats as we have them, as well as take a look ahead at the varsity boys contest coming up in just a little while. All that and more coming your way next on mybasin.com. The Hornets lead at half, 27-14.
Comfortable and not court. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you, local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back at Hidden Valley High School at halftime tonight of the varsity girls contest, and after 16 minutes, it's the Hornets out in front, 27-14. They're led in scoring by the freshman, Kennedy Modine. She's got 9 points tonight. Annie Campos, second on the team in scoring, 7 points this evening. 4 points for Lily Fassell, 3 for Senya Campos and Anna Harper, and 2 for Jewel Northcutt. Meantime, for Hidden Valley, their leading scorer tonight has been Gia Bent with 6 points. Hannah Ramos has got 4, and Morgan Tiffin and Ashley Yunker each have 2 points tonight for Hidden Valley. The Mustangs wrapped up the first quarter, only scoring 5 points. Well, they turned on the Jets in the final about 2 minutes of that second quarter and they pulled themselves within 2 points before it was the Hornets who went on an 11-0 run to end that quarter. They find themselves up 13 at the break. We're going to take a pause in the halftime show, and when we come back, we'll take a little bit of a look around the Skyline Conference. One other game happening tonight that impacts these standings quite a bit. We'll also take a look ahead at the varsity boys contest, which will be coming up in just a little under an hour tonight on mybasin.com. The score at half tonight, the Lady Hornets in front of Hidden Valley, 27-14. Back at halftime, and the Lady Hornets in front of the Lady Mustangs, 27-14. We take a look at the Skyline Conference standings and what this game means. Well, the Hornets are trying to keep pace with Mazama. They find themselves a game back of the Vikings, who are 4-0 in conference play. Henley is 3-1. Klamath Union 2-2. Phoenix is 1-3, and Hidden Valley still searching for that first league win. They're 0-4. We talked about keeping pace with Mazama. Well, tonight they are at home against the Phoenix Pirates. I don't have a score update right now of that one, but the Vikings have played fairly well on their home floor this season, and again, they haven't lost in league play yet, so it would take a Mazama loss and a Henley victory to knock them up in league play as we head into the final 3-game stretch of the regular season. Now, you could look ahead to Friday night and see that, well, on Friday night, the Vikings are going to be visiting the Hornets' Nest, so could be an opportunity to take a win away from Mazama there, but hoping that the Vikings might be even coming into that game if you're the Henley Hornets. But you still got to finish this one out, and you're in good position after one half of play. You're up 13 points as we get ready for the third quarter in just a minute. Before we do, I do want to remind you that you don't have to go anywhere if you want to catch the Varsity Boys contest. It's going to be at the very same link that you're at right now. At about 7:30 or about 15 minutes after the conclusion of the Varsity Girls game, we'll be live with coverage of the boys contest right here on mybasin.com. And if you plan on going anywhere and you can't watch the live stream, we'll also be joined by the radio audience on 104.3 FM and 960 AM, the Base Sports Leader. That's coming up in just a bit. We still have a second half of basketball to play for the girls as the Henley Lady Hornets up 27-14 at half. One more break, and for third quarter action on mybasin.com.
At Clownful Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clownful Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clownfall Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
We're back with you, ready for third quarter action tonight on mybasin.com. The Lady Hornets in front of the Mustangs, 27-14 after halftime. 5 on the floor for Henley as we get things started. It'll be Annie Campos, Kennedy Modine, Holly Parker, Anna Harper, and Maya Mock. For Hidden Valley, it's Ashley Yunker, Morgan Tiffin, Gia Bentz, Hannah Ramos, and Asia LePan. We've got a whistle early. It'll be Hidden Valley basketball. Here's Bentz to inbound. Bentz trying to get it ahead to Yunker, and Yunker collects the long inbound pass. Yunker kicks it near side to Tiffin, who shoots three and knocks it down. And the Mustangs strike first in the opening minute of the third quarter. Up now just a 10-point advantage for Henley. First made triple of the night for Hidden Valley gives Morgan Tiffin 5 points tonight. Holly Parker kicking it over to Kennedy Modine. Modine crossing to her left at the free throw line. Zips it inside to Mock. Up off the glass, no good. Rebound battled for underneath, and a held ball sticks with Henley. Annie Campos to inbound. Campos kicking it, top of the key to Modine. Head fakes a three, drives inside the paint, and a 12-foot floater. Beautiful touch from Modine tonight. She's got 11 points, and her team now up by 12, 29-17, 7:05 to go in the third. Pass into the front court for LePan. LePan kicks it back outside to Tiffin. Tiffin driving inside, straight to the rim, gets fouled on her way to the bucket, and she'll shoot a pair. And with this brief pause in the action, we'll remind you that tonight's game brought to you by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness have the most understanding trainers that you could ask for. They help you get motivated, and their workouts will make you feel accomplished all day long. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness want you to lose those reins and get your gains. Modine checks out, Fasell's in, and that first free throw missed its mark from Tiffin, so she'll get a second. That one missed as well. The rebound picked up by Fasell. She kicks it to Campos, who brings it into the front court for Henley. Campos stops, steps back at the right elbow, throws one at the rim that won't go. Rebound is collected by Campos, and she gets the putback. 9 points tonight for Annie as the pass to Tiffin, way out in front. Tiffin, eye off the glass, and Morgan Tiffin starting to get involved in the action here. It's 31-19, 6.5 to go in the third. Here's Campos. Interior pass to Parker, who knocks down her first bucket of the night. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Denson. We'll take one as well. 6:23 to go in the third. The score 33-19, and Henley in front of Hidden Valley on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
It seems as though I might have had the score wrong. The score here inside the gym, 33-19, as it's 6:19 to go in the third, and Henley out in front. Here's Ramos. Ramos inside to LePan, who corrals a tough pass. LePan tries to go up with the shot, but Fasell ties her up. And it'll be a held ball. Possession stays with the Mustangs. Quick inbound pass goes to Ramos. Ramos kicking it to Bentz, who fires a triple. That's good for Hidden Valley. Bentz 9 points tonight as here's Campos in the front court. Step back, free throw line jumper, won't go. And it was tipped by the Mustangs, so it will remain Hornets basketball. Score now 33-22, 5:55 to go in the third. Here's Fasell to inbound. Fasell getting it inside to Mock, and a foul. And it's going to be Mustangs basketball. I believe this one going against Mock, and it is. It's her second foul, second team foul for the Hornets in the third quarter. Here's Bentz. Bentz bouncing it over to LePan. LePan back top of the key to Yunker. Yunker kicks it to Tiffin, who takes a triple. Front of the rim, no good, and Campos gets the rebound. Campos turning on the Jets, into the front court, up with the shot, it rolls in, and a nice bucket there for Campos. She's got 11 points tonight as well. Her team's up 35-22. Here's LePan with it on the far side. LePan bouncing it over to Junker, but the pass taken away by Mock. With an open lane to the rim, Mock misses. The rebound collected by Fussell, and a foul down low. And the foul going against Hidden Valley. I believe that was Ashley Junker on the foul. That's her first. Campos has it lofted to her, kicks it to Jewel Northcutt. Northcutt inside to Campos, who throws it up off the glass, and it's in. 37-22 after a pair of points for Senya Campos. 5:03 to go in the third. 5 points tonight for Campos. As on the far side, it's Bentz who's tied up. Foul on the floor. It's going to go against Fussell. And the Hornets racking up early fouls here in the third quarter. Coach Denson trying to tell them to settle down just a little bit. Hornets up 15. Inbound pass to Junker. Tries to go up with the right away. Shot denied by Campos. Tiffin gets the rebound. Bounces it into LePan and a held ball. Possession with the Hornets. Good defense interior for Senya Campos. Campos with the inbound, tries to get it ahead to Modine with the pass taken away by Tiffin. Tiffin loses the dribble. It's picked up by Fussell. Fussell trying to loft it ahead to Modine and saves it from going out of bounds. Modine hassled in the far corner of the floor, has it tipped away by LePan. Ball finally goes out of bounds. It'll be Hidden Valley basketball. Here's Bentz into the front court now, kicks it to Junker. Junker puts it on the deck, kicks it to Bentz. Bentz trying to come right with it. Terminates the dribble, kicks it to Tiffin for a long two that's good. 37-24. Meantime, Campos steps into a three and splashes it. Senya Campos catching some fire from range there as she's got 8 points tonight. 40-24. Henley in front of Hidden Valley. Good pass inside to LePan, but it's tipped out of bounds by Annie Campos. It's a nice pass as well. Bentz to inbound. Bentz lofting it into Junker. Junker out to Tiffin. Tiffin thought about three, takes a step to her left, fires a triple that rattles out. Won't go. Campos with the rebound. Campos bringing it along the far side of the floor. Campos trying to split the defense. Bounces it inside to Fussell. What a feed by Campos, and the finish from Fussell. 6 points for her tonight. Her team up 42-24. 3:35 to go in the third. Henley starting to distance themselves a bit from the Mustangs here, but we'll see what kind of answer Hidden Valley has. Here's Ramos. Ramos is trying to dribble around a screen there, and it was Bentz who takes a charge. Good job there by Bentz to stand in there and take the contact on the screen. 3:27 to go in the third, and at an 18-point differential. Sub coming in for Henley, it's Anna Harper in for Annie Campos. Here's Bentz to inbound, trying to get it to Tiffin, but it's stolen away by Harper. Harper with an open lane to the rim, lays it up and in. 5 points tonight for Harper as her team now leads by 20, 44-24. 3:13 to go in the third. Here's Bentz driving along the far side, steps back beyond the perimeter, driving inside, spins around after taking contact from Modine, and finishes the jump shot. That's 11 points for her tonight. Shot and the foul for Northcutt, and Jewel Northcutt to the line for one more. And no, they're not giving her the bucket. They're saying, oh, they are. Okay. Just took a minute here. I thought that might have been called a foul on the floor, but no, the bucket's good, and the free throw coming up for Northcutt. The free throw's good, and so Northcutt's got 5 points tonight as her team now leads by 21, 47-26, 2:54 to go in the third. Here's Bench, dribbling to her right. Terminates the dribble, kicks it to Tiffin. Tiffin's been opting to shoot from range. She drives inside, takes a shot from 9 that rattles off the rim, no good, and collects the rebound. She's fouled by Northcutt. No. I believe they're going to say that it was Junker who fouled. No, it was... Okay, it was Northcutt who fouled. And it is Hidden Valley basketball. Inbound pass goes to Ramos, kicks it to Junker. Junker slings it over to Tiffin. Tiffin trying to drive inside, split the defense, up off the glass, no good. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. Possession stays with the Mustangs. Tiffin bouncing it inside to Ramos, near corner. Gets it to Junker, top of the key. Zips it to Tiffin, far side. And a whistle before the shot will net Henley possession. Checking into the game for Henley is Ashlyn Cernowski. And Pierce in for Hidden Valley. And we've also got Meredith Brown into the game for Henley as well. Senya Campos crossing left, trying to get it inside to Northcutt. The loose ball was snagged by Cernowski, and she's fouled. But it is on the floor, so it should remain Hornets basketball. No, it is Henley basketball. I guess it was Fussell charged with the foul, although she's not on the floor, so we'll try to find out who that foul was charged to. Kelly hassled by Senya Campos. Campos playing tough defense, gets it to Junker. Junker saves the over and back. Quick dribbles against Brown. Now finds Ramos. Ramos guarded by Northcutt, well beyond the arc. Now it's Tiffin. Tiffin picked up by Harper. Tiffin taking a screen, going right. Now guarded by Campos. Lofting it inside to Pierce, but the pass taken away by Northcutt. And it'll be Senya Campos who's going to bring it into the front court for the Hornets. Campos crossing to her right, driving right down Main Street, up off the glass with the left hand, and the freshman finishes a tough shot. 49-26, a minute 30 to go in the third. Here's Junker with it on the far side, lofting it over to Tiffin. Tiffin steps into a three that won't go, and it's Cernowski who gets the rebound. Senya Campos trying to push the pace a little bit for Henley as she kicks it inside to Northcutt. Northcutt throws it up high. The rebound collected by Brown. She can't get it. Another rebound for Harper, and she gets fouled on the putback attempt. And so it'll be Anna Harper who will get a pair of free throws here. Her team up 49-26 with a minute and 1 second to go in the third quarter. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. Tiffin comes out and Dice comes in. The Mustangs look to add some rebounding to the floor. Here's the second free throw after the first one was no good. Harper misses that one as well. The rebound is going to be picked up by Bentz. Oh, pardon me, that's Kelly who kicks it over to Junker. Junker trying to find the interior ball player, but no one's home. It'll be a turnover and Henley Hornets basketball. Here's Senya Campos, dribbling to her left, bouncing it inside to Northcutt. Loose ball is stripped away by Kelly. And the Mustangs forcing a turnover there. 36 seconds to go in the third. Getting it inside to Dice. Dice on the right block, trying to back down the Hornets, and she will travel. Here's Senya Campos with it. Trying to find Brown, but picks Northcutt instead. Northcutt beyond the perimeter, has it knocked away by Junker, but Junker can't collect. Trying to get it inside to Campos, and she's fouled on the shot, so Campos will have an opportunity at 2 free throws. Campos with 10 points tonight, and is 3 for 4 from the line before this. Makes the first one there. Second free throw from Senya. Bounces off the back of the rim, but nicely drops through the twine. 2 for 2 trip at the line. 11 seconds now left to go as Junker crosses half court. 8 seconds now as trying to get it to Ramos. Now it's over to Dice. Dice fires a three-pointer at the rim. No good, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 51-26, and just the fourth quarter remains as the Hornets lead the Mustangs on the road on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Back in the fourth quarter is Henley leads Hidden Valley 51-26, and a held ball on the far side will get the Mustangs the basketball. Pass goes over to Junker. Junker trying to get it inside to Pierce, but it's swiped away by Campos. Campos pushing the pace up the floor. A fake pass goes to the rim. Too much on the layup as it misses. Now here's Junker. Junker trying to race to the rim. Stops from about 10 feet out. Fires a jump shot that won't go. The rebound collected by Ramos. On the putback attempt, it's no good. Inbound pass goes to Pierce, puts it on the deck. A shot high off the glass won't go. Dice with the rebound, but she's harassed and loses the handle. It'll be Facel who picked up the loose ball and kicks it ahead to Annie Campos. Annie Campos trying to drive right, steps back, and is guarded by Junker. Trying to get it over to Parker, and does. Parker guarded by Dice on the far side. Gets it down low to Harper, kicks it outside to Facel. Facel back down low to Harper. Harper trying to back down the defended player, and up with the shot won't go. The putback attempt no good by Facel. Another loose ball picked up by Facel, kicks it to Annie Campos, who fires a triple. It's good! A long possession works out in 3 points for the Hornets. First three-pointer of the night for Annie Campos, as well as they're up 54-26. Here's Kelly. Kelly trying to get it to Pierce, but it's picked away by Campos. Campos to the rim, and that one won't go. Pierce gets the rebound, and a held ball. Possession Hornets. Into the game now for Henley is Kennedy Modine as Annie Campos takes a seat on the bench. And just a brief pause in the action. I'm not entirely certain what the pause in the action might be. And we are ready for hoops. Here we go. Inbound pass quickly to Modine, who fires a mid-range jump shot that's no good. The rebound is battled for by Tiffin. She's fouled on the rebound attempt. And so it'll be Hidden Valley basketball. Gia Bentz taking it up the floor for Hidden Valley. It's Ramos spinning around the defense, drives to the rim and can't convert. Modine with the rebound for Henley. Modine racing up the floor on the far side, picked up by Junker. Junker trying to make some things happen on defense there, but Modine dribbles past her, throws up a shot that won't go, and Parker tries to get the rebound, but the ball ending up out of bounds. And now it's Bentz into the front court for Hidden Valley. Here's Bentz dribbling right, guarded by Parker. Switches now to her left, trying to get it inside to Junker. Bounces it outside to Tiffin. Tiffin driving the right baseline, kicks it outside to Ramos for a mid-range jumper, and it's good. Henley pushing the pace. It's Fussell underneath the rim, can't get it to go. The putback's good. And Fussell with a couple of points. Takeaway for Henley is lofting it ahead to Parker. Parker driving along the far side, trying to get it inside to Northcutt. She shoots for two, no good. And Tiffin with the rebound. And a triple connected there by Bentz. That makes the score 56-31. Maya Mock trying for the putback on the other side. Fussell with the rebound, no good. Battle for the ball is won by Hidden Valley. Bentz racing up the floor, up with the layup, it's good. All right, now it's Modine trying to slow things down just a little bit. And a foul on the far side. The score 56-33, 4:20 to go in the fourth, and here's Fussell with it. Fussell has it knocked away by Tiffin, but recollects and kicks it to Modine. Modine trying to drive left, bounces it over to Fussell, but the pass intercepted by Bentz. She's the one to step out of bounds as the Hornets retain possession. Here's Fussell. Lofting it into Northcutt, but it's Ramos with a takeaway. Kicks it to Junker, who finds Tiffin. Tiffin racing up the floor, lofting it into the front court for LePan. The open layup's good. LePan with her first couple of points tonight makes the score 56-35. Henley still out in front. Here's Modine dribbling left, trying to slice up the defense, but it's knocked away. Tiffin with the steal. Tiffin against Northcutt in transition. Tiffin with the shot. It's good. It's now 56-37, and Hidden Valley making a little resurgence here in the fourth quarter. Here's Senya Campos on the far side. Campos loses the dribble, and it's taken away by Bentz. And the Mustangs playing with some fire here in the fourth, and a foul in the open court. And this one looks to be offensive. And I believe they're going to have Ramos at the line for 1-1, with that being the 7th team foul for the Hornets. Here's Ramos for 1-1. The first one is no good. The rebound is collected by Modine, but she tries to save it from going out of bounds, goes to LePan. LePan up for the shot and gets fouled. So she'll go to the line for 2. And we remind you that tonight's broadcast brought to you, of course, by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Refuel after the game at Mountain Mike's. You've earned a pizza made with 100% whole milk mozzarella and toppings piled so high that you'll need a mountain guide to reach the top. Mountain Mike's Pizza on Washburn near Walmart Shopping Center. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. First free throw is no good, so the score remains 56-37 in favor of Henley. Here's the second free throw from LePan. That one is good. And so she's got 3 points tonight, and her team still trailing 56-38. Modine trying to get it inside to Fussell. Fussell has the ball knocked away by Junker, and Junker collects. This Henley second unit creating or giving up a lot of turnovers here. And Junker takes a 3. It's no good. And it's Campos who's fouled. And we'll head to the line on the other side of the floor. As the Hornets now in the bonus. The 7th Mustang team foul. Henley's got 8. And a timeout's going to be called. We'll take one, too. 2:58 to go in the final quarter. And Henley finds themselves up 18. It's 56-38 on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Also on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back in the fourth quarter, and we've got free throws for Senya Campos, and she'll be shooting 1-1. Campos' first free throw is good. She has been really good from the penalty stripe tonight. She's 3 for 3 in this half, and she misses there. But that makes her 6 for 8 on the night, even including that miss, as the foul makes it Hornets basketball. Senya Campos takes the inbound. She's bothered and will travel. It'll be Bentz bringing it into the front court for Hidden Valley. Bentz tossing it to Tiffin, who fires a 3. That's good. Tiffin's been taking those triples, and she's been hitting them here in the second half. It's her second of the half. Modine terminates her dribble, finds Brown on the far side. Brown is going to be fouled and will head to the line for a 1-1. And the free throw from Brown is no good. And it'll be Benz who collects the rebound. Pass to the near side for Junker. Gets it to Tiffin, who thought about a 3. Back to Junker. Outside to Tiffin for 3. No good. The rebound is picked up by Sternowski, who tries to kick it back out to her teammates, but it will remain Hidden Valley basketball. And Morgan Tiffin, who after the first half only had 2 points, has scored 13 in just this second half. So 15 points on the night for the senior. Inbound pass goes to Tiffin. Tiffin trying to drive inside, creates a lane to the rim, tries to pass it to LePan, who might not have been completely ready for the pass as it goes out of bounds. It'll be Hornets basketball, 1:50 to go in the final frame, and a 16-point ball game, 57-41. Here's Modine against Bentz. Modine switches to her right, now gets it to Brown. Brown kicks it to Campos. Campos trying to drive in the lane, bounces it outside to Brown, finds Modine. Modine driving the left block, up with the shot, and Modine with another layup. That's 13 points for the freshman tonight, 59-41, the Hornets in front. Ramos, the attempted layup on the other side, but the rebound is collected by Cernowski. And Campos is fouled. And so it'll be Senya Campos at the line, shooting 1 and 1. Mentioned that she is 6 for 8 at the line tonight as Fasel comes out. Into the game now is Susie Nichols for Henley. The free throw's no good, and a foul in the lane. It'll be Hidden Valley basketball. Here's Bentz crossing to the near side, and she is going to travel. Turnover in Henley basketball. Trying to loft it into Modine, and she collects. Modine dribbling on the far side against Tiffin. Tries to bounce it into Campos, but the ball swiped away by Tiffin. She crossed the final 60 seconds of the ball game. Here's Tiffin dribbling on the near side. Takes the screen, trying to go to her left. Kicks it outside to Ramos. 4-3. No good. And it'll go out of bounds. Last touched by Junker. And Hornets basketball. Modine kicks it ahead to Nichols, who is going to travel. And now it is Mustangs ball. 45 seconds to go in the game. Tiffin with the inbound as she crosses half court. Gets it over to Ramos, guarded by Campos. Inside to LePan along the left baseline. Moves to the rim, up with the shot, no good. Rebound is collected by Modine, who brings it into the front court for the Hornets with 29 seconds to go in the game. Trying to get it over to Senya Campos, but Tiffin swipes it. Tiffin to the rim. It's good. 15 points in the second half for Tiffin tonight. She's really lighting it up all around the floors. Her team still trails with 10 seconds to go. 59-43. Here's Campos bouncing it inside to Cernowski, who goes up with the shot. That's no good, and the rebound collected by Hidden Valley. 4 seconds to go now. 2, 1, and the shot is up. It is good. LePan put it in the books for 2 in the final score tonight, 59-45. We'll be back with a brief recap of the action we just saw. Then we're preparing for the boys varsity contest next on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Final score tonight from Hidden Valley High School is the Henley Lady Hornets taking a 59-45 win over Hidden Valley. Hornets were led in scoring by Andy Campos tonight with 14. A couple of freshmen in second place in that metric. 13 points for Senya Campos and Kennedy Modine. Lily Fassell had 8 tonight. 4 points for Jewel Northcutt, 3 for Anna Harper, and 2 for Holly Parker. Meantime, for Hidden Valley, their leading scorer was Morgan Tiffin with 17. Gia Bentz scored 16 tonight. Hannah Rames scored 6. Asia Lapan with 5. And Ashley Yunker with 2 points tonight as Henley picks up league win number 4 and Hidden Valley dropping to 0-5 in conference play. We're going to take a brief pause in the action on the live stream, and so don't go anywhere because in just a bit we're going to get ready for the Boys of Varsity contest. So give us just a minute and we'll be joined by the radio audience, and you don't have to go anywhere. Stay right here on mybasin.com. Henley Hornets basketball is next. And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video tonight on mybasin.com. The Hornets on the road for this Skyline Conference matchup. They find themselves just south of the climate city of Grants Pass here in Murphy, Oregon, on the campus of Hidden Valley High School to take on the hometown Mustangs. Pleasure to be with you on a Tuesday evening. My name is Josh Eldridge. Kevin Petrick will be joining us momentarily on the broadcast, and we are back on the road tonight as, again, the Hornets are taking on the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Henley comes into tonight's contest, winners of 5 straight, 4 of those being league contests, 4-0 in league play, and 11-6 overall this season. Meantime, Hidden Valley has split their last 4. They find themselves with a 1-3 record, 8-11 overall this season. But with this being a Skyline Conference matchup in the first official game of the second half of the season, we'll take a look around the conference, find out where all these teams are falling, as well as the 7th-ranked Hornets and how they stack up against the rest of the top 10 in the state. One more break coming up on the pregame show. We'll be ready for starting lineups and tip-off in just a bit on 104.3 and 960 Sports HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back courtside inside the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex here on the campus of Hidden Valley High School. Getting ready for some Skyline Conference basketball between the Hornets and the Mustangs. And as we prepare for tonight's game, we can take just a quick peek now at the Skyline Conference standings. Halfway through league play, the Hornets lead the pack, the only team with an overall winning record and still unblemished in league play. 4-0 overall, in conference play. 11-6 overall. Then you've got the Pelicans, who are 3-1 in league play, 6-9 overall. The Phoenix Pirates, Hidden Valley Mustangs, and Mazama Vikings all 1-3 in league play. And the only other conference game going on tonight, as the Mazama Vikings are back at the Basin at Valhalla Court. They are taking on Phoenix this evening as we try to keep tabs on that score moving throughout the evening. We're going to take one more break on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll be joined by my broadcast partner, Kevin Petrick. We'll have the starting lineups and tip-off. All that's coming up next as we continue your pre-games of Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
No more, John.
And we welcome you back courtside at Hidden Valley High School in Murphy, Oregon, just south of the Climate City in Grants Pass, as the Mustangs hosting the Henley Hornets tonight. We'll meet the starting 5 for the visiting Henley Hornets. Starting a senior, number 10, Owen Sheen. Another senior, number 12, Blaine Boersma. The third senior in the lineup, number 14, Shaw Stork. Junior, number 24, Luke Bennett. And the other junior, the big man down low, number 44, Marcus McCready. The Hornets are coached by Luke Hammond and assisted by Thomas Loney.
And now,
Now time to meet the starting 5 for the hometown Hidden Valley Mustangs. Number 3, a sophomore guard, Braxton Briarty. Number 4, a senior guard, Nathan Greenberg. Number 5, a sophomore forward, Joshua Iwamizu. Number 23, the senior forward, Daniel Iwamizu. And finally, the starting center, senior, number 32, Aiden Connacht. The Mustangs are coached by Jordan Kassler, assisted by Jeff Kassler, Kyler Kirkner, Connor Kassler, and John Noga.
This is a tough place to play.
Certainly.
And if my numbers are correct, I don't think they've lost here since before Christmas. So they're a good home team. This is a tough place to travel to. So Henley will have their work cut out for them tonight.
Yeah, full packed house here at Hidden Valley High School tonight. And Mustang fans spilling over onto the other side of the court, as well as the Mustangs tonight wearing their home white uniforms with Hidden Valley written in orange text and blue trim. And Henley tonight in their road blue uniforms with Henley written in yellow cursive across the chest.
Hidden Valley did lose one by 1 point. I was wrong about that. To Marist.
And that was, were they playing the crossover tournament over here? Because that was at the crossover tournament. So they were listed as the home team, but I don't think it was actually on this floor.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, that would have been back over at our place for the crossover tournament.
That's right. So they have been good here at home this year.
All right, so the Mustangs start with the ball first. It'll be Nate Greenberg bringing along the far side of the floor, guarded by Owen Sheen. Greenberg trying to go right against Sheen, bouncing it over to Iwamizu in the far side. Iwamizu finds Iwamizu, now back to Greenberg, top of the key. And it's going to be Joshua Iwamizu with it on the far side, getting it to Connacht beyond the perimeter. Now to Greenberg now on the near side wing. Greenberg, underhand pass to Connacht. Trying to get it inside to Greenberg again, but it's picked away by Sheen. Now it's going to be Luke Bennett trying to push the pace for the Hornets early. Pass to the near corner, broken up. And now it's going to be Greenberg with it, top of the key. Greenberg driving inside, kicks it to Iwamizu for a long 2. Front of the rim, no good. It's batted back outside to Briarty, who fires a triple. That won't go. And it's McCready who controls the glass. Blaine Boersma trying to take it to the rim himself, and does. And the Hornets strike first in this one.
Some run and gun going on here. Both teams aggressive to the basket.
It's going to be Briarty with it. Kicks it to Iwamizu. Now to Greenberg. Greenberg trying to move right with it. Kicks it to Iwamizu. Finds Iwamizu. Now inside to Greenberg for the U. Tied up at 2. 6:46 to go in the first. Greenberg led Hidden Valley in scoring last time these two teams met up with a 14-point outing. As the Hornets have it now, it's Bennett for a triple on the far side. Tries to bank it in, it won't go. Boersma and Greenberg battling for the rebound. It's Boersma who comes out on top. Up with the shot, no good. McCready puts it back up and gets fouled. And so it'll be Marcus at the line for 2.
On this last possession, Henley had 3 chances, 2 offensive rebounds. Second chance points could be a big factor tonight.
One thing also to keep track of, last time these two teams played was the different play styles between the two squads. Hidden Valley, at least earlier in the season, was a little bit of a slower paced team,
Right.
and Henley wanted to push the pace just a little bit.
Yeah, Hidden Valley tonight's come out pretty quick.
Yeah. McCready missing the first free throw. The second one on the way. That one finds its way home, and Henley up 3-2. It's Greenberg, guarded by Sheen all the way up the floor. Kicks it ahead to Iwamizu, trying to get it over to Briarty, but it's picked away by Boersma. Boersma shoves it ahead to Sheen, who finds Stork in transition for 2.
Nice extra pass for the easy basket.
And the Hornets bothering Hidden Valley all the way up the floor, finally finding Greenberg, who crosses the timeline for the Mustangs. Kicks it to Iwamizu. Now it's Briarty in the near corner for 3. It's good. Tie ball game, 5-all with 5:54 to go in the first. Here's Boersma with it now. Finds Bennett in the near side. It's Sheen, near corner. Zips it inside to the cutting Boersma, who lays it up and in. And it's Greenberg who loses a dribble but finds Kanat. Kicks it near side to Iwamizu. Iwamizu now at the free throw line. Bouncing it inside to Briarty, who gets fouled on the floor. Looks like this one's going to be going against Shaw.
Both teams doing a nice job of whipping the ball around the perimeter and finding that player inside for easy looks. Both teams doing a good job of getting easy shots so far.
Sub coming in for the Mustangs, as it is Aiden Grice in for Aiden Kanat. And Grice collects the inbound pass well beyond the perimeter. Pass intended for Iwamizu, bothered by Stork, but Iwamizu collects. Now finds his brother Daniel Iwamizu. And here's Greenberg with it well beyond the arc. Up against Sheen. Kicks it to Grice on the far side, picked up by McCready. Now it's Joshua Iwamizu near side, kicks to Greenberg. Greenberg dribbling around top of the key to Briarty. Now Iwamizu far side. Iwamizu, now to Iwamizu, back to Briarty. Briarty guarded by Bennett on the left side wing. Kicks it to Grice. Grice trying to drive the lane, stops at the free throw line, kicks it back outside to Iwamizu. Iwamizu dribbles through the double team up to the rim and gets fouled on the floor. But McCready was there for the block regardless.
That was a strange play. He lost control. The ball was kind of rolling around there and then was fortunate to draw a foul.
4:57 to go in the first, and the Hornets lead 7-5. And it'll be Aiden Hayes into the game for Stork and the Hornets. And Hayes had his best performance of the season so far against Hidden Valley last time out. That was when Hayes scored 13 points. Sheen was the leading scorer in that game with 20.
Yeah, we've mentioned Henley could have any number of players lead them in scoring. They're very versatile in that way.
Sure. Klingler checking into the game for Hidden Valley, as he's going to pick up Boersma at half court. Kicks it to Hayes. Hayes finding Bennett top of the key. Bennett guarded by Grice. Takes the Boersma screen going left. Boersma finding Hayes now near side. Hayes gets it to Sheen, top of the key. Sheen trying to drive in the paint with the left hand. It one rolls out, and Grice clears the glass. Here's Greenberg with it now. Brings it across the half-court stripe for Hidden Valley. Now it's Klingler with it far side. Klingler bouncing it to Grice. Zipping it to Greenberg, guarded by Hayes on the left side. Here's Iwamizu getting it to Grice. 4-3. That one rattles out, no good. But Iwamizu with the rebound. The putback is no good. And Sheen with the rebound. Here's Boersma with it, trying to drive all the way home, and does. Boersma with a shorthanded layup.
Boersma finding himself around the ball a lot here early. Good finish there.
4 points for him in the early going. It's 9-5. Henley leads with just under 4 to go in the first. Here's Greenberg, puts it on the deck against Sheen. Tosses it to Iwamizu now near side. Now it's Greenberg as Sheen switching assignments. Lofting it near side to Klingler. Klingler fielding a double team in the corner. Pinned down low. Gets it to Grice. Up off the glass. That one won't go. The rebound snagged by Hayes. Hayes pushing the pace for the Hornets. Kicks it to Bennett. Bennett head fakes a three. Trying to drive down low. Up off the glass. It won't go. And it's Grice with the rebound. Here's Greenberg. Up against Hayes now. Greenberg kicks it to Iwamizu. Well beyond the arc. Now it's to Klingler. Klingler guarded by Bennett on the left wing. Kicks it to Iwamizu, top of the key. Now it's Daniel Iwamizu, far side, zips it inside to Klingler for an easy 2.
Another easy look for the Mustangs. Brings them within 2.
That was Klingler's first bucket of the night, as it's Bennett now with it in the near corner. Bennett guarded by Grice. Tries to get it inside to Hayes. Hayes puts it on the deck but loses the dribble, and it'll be Mustangs basketball.
Good defense by Greenberg there. Forced a turnover. And Hidden Valley can tie the game here with a bucket.
We've also got some subs in for the Mustangs as Knott checks back in along with Aiden Fisk. Under 3 to go now in the first, and Henley up 2. It's 9-7. Here's Greenberg. Kicks it to Knott. Zips it over to Klingler on the far side. Klingler to Greenberg, back top of the key. Greenberg trying to direct a little bit of traffic. Kicks it to Grice on the right wing. Now back to Fisk. Gets it to Klingler. Klingler trying to find Grice down low, but the pass knocked away by Hayes, and a foul on the pass breakup for Hayes.
Hidden Valley's found a little secret there. They whip the ball around quickly, and then they bring someone on the baseline. That's worked a few times.
Here's Greenberg. Interior pass to Klingler. Back to Greenberg. Catch and shoot 3. Too much on it as Harper collects the glass. Into the game now for Henley. Now it's Sheen in transition, trying to find Janney, who's checked into the game for Henley, but he can't corral the pass. It's Greenberg who comes away with it. Greenberg against Hayes at half court. Finding Klingler now on the near side. Klingler kicking it to Knott, corrals the pass outside to Greenberg on the right wing. Greenberg zips it over to Grice, and a foul is going to go against Knott in the open floor, so it'll be Henley basketball.
Yeah, that foul was away from the ball. Aiden Knott using his hands a little too much. Did some pushing in there and picked up the offensive foul.
Knott checks out, and it looks like Daniel Iwamizu back into the game for the Mustangs, as Boersma is going to bring it up for the Hornets. Here's Boersma zipping it to Hayes. Hayes bouncing it down low to Boersma, who spins around to his left and finishes with his right. That was a nice move by Boersma to the rim.
Really nice shot. Blaine having a good first quarter.
6 points for him tonight. His team up 11-7 with 1:50 to go in the first. Here's Klingler bouncing it to Fisk. Fisk kicks it to Greenberg in the near side wing. Greenberg to Iwamizu, top of the key. Finding Fisk far side. Fisk guarded by Hayes, gets it to Grice, now to Iwamizu. Iwamizu guarded by Boersma. Finds Klingler. Klingler head fakes a 3, kicks it to Grice. Catch and shoot, triple's good. That's Grice's first points tonight, as his team still trails by 1, 11-10. Stork in transition, kicks it to Harper for the easy 2. Henley back up 13-10 after that layup from Harper. There's 1:15 to go in the first. Now it's Iwamizu. He fires a 3 that won't go. Now it's Hayes. Hayes going to get it to Janney. Catch and shoot 3 for Janney. Off the glass, no good. Hayes tried to field the rebound, but it's picked up by Greenberg. Greenberg picked up by Hayes. Now to Iwamizu. Tries again at 3, and that time finds it. Tie game, 13-13. 52 seconds to go in the first, and we've got timeout. You've got Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
52 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're tied up at 13 as the Mustangs and the Hornets in the Skyline Conference battle.
Hidden Valley showing they can hit the 3.
Certainly are. They've knocked down a couple, and Fisk strips it away from Sheen, but loses the dribble in the open court. It's picked up by Hayes. Here's Hayes now trying to dribble near side. Hands it to Harper. Now 32 seconds to go in the first. Harper gets to the cutting Boersma again, up off the glass, but it's wiped clean by Greenberg, and a foul underneath the rim. And this one, I believe, is going to go against Aiden Hayes, and it's his second.
Boersma again found himself open. He's having real good luck cutting to the basket and getting some wide open shots. That one didn't quite fall for him.
Here's Greenberg walking the ball across the floor, and a whistle. And unsure what the issue is, an official over at the scorer's table.
I think they're working on the clock.
Gotcha.
Yeah, adjusting the clock to the correct time.
All right, 21 seconds and counting. 13 all in the first quarter. And now Greenberg into the front court for Hidden Valley. 13 seconds now. Greenberg taking a screen, going to his left, bouncing it down low to Grice. Bounces it to the cutting Klingler, but it goes out of bounds with 8 seconds to go. Hornets basketball, and Sheen to inbound to Boersma. Boersma picks up the pace, 6 seconds now. Tries to get it to Bennett. Bennett collects 4 seconds now. Bennett dribbling to the three-point line, and a charging foul against Bennett into Greenberg. 1 second to go now in the first, as Hidden Valley has got an opportunity to take a quick half-court shot.
Bennett just pushed off, trying to make a little space to get that jumper off before the horn.
Greenberg's shot does not count, so we'll go to the second quarter tied up at 13 between the Hornets and the Mustangs on 104.3 and 960 Sports HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
Meds. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger.
And we jump back into the second quarter, already in progress, tied at 13, and a turnover makes it Hidden Valley basketball. The Hornets on the road in tonight's Skyline Conference game, finding themselves at Hidden Valley High School. 5 on the floor for Henley in the second quarter. It's Sheen, McCready, Bennett, Janney, and Boersma. And for the Mustangs, it's Greenberg, along with Briarty, Iwamizu, Grice, and Iwamizu. Greenberg with it now on the far side for the Mustangs, guarded by Sheen and Bennett. As it's lofted back to Briarty. Briarty feeling a little bit of pressure from Sheen, has it picked loose, but gets it back to Greenberg. Greenberg zipping it near side to Iwamizu, has an open look at three and splashes it. Iwamizu 6 points tonight on just triples as his team takes a 3-point lead, 16-13, with 7:11 to go in the second. Here's Janney with it now for the Hornets. Janney trying to get it down low to McCready, but Iwamizu disrupts the pass. It's Briarty who comes away with it. Iwamizu kicks it ahead to Greenberg. And Greenberg now again bothered by Sheen and Janney. Near side to Iwamizu. Back to Greenberg. And Greenberg bouncing it to Briarty on the far side. Briarty back to Greenberg as he gets it back to Briarty. Briarty head fakes a three on that right wing, guarded by Sheen. Puts it on the deck, bounces it over to Grice. Grice inside to Iwamizu, but it's picked up by Janney on the loose ball. Janney racing to the near corner. Gets it to McCready. McCready trying to back down Iwamizu on the right block, high off the glass, and McCready finishes for two.
Good work by Henley that time. They switched to a little zone trap coming out of that timeout, and it was successful. They picked up the steal and got the hoop down to pull in one.
16-15, and for Marcus McCready, his third point tonight, but it was Blaine Boersma in that first quarter who had 8 of Henley's 14 points at the time, and he was really active in that first quarter, finding cuts to the basket.
Yeah, he was finding himself open, and defensively he was getting a lot of near steals or rebounds. He's found himself near the ball quite a bit this game so far, playing well.
Henley finds themselves down 1 coming out of the timeout. And Shaw Stork into the game for Henley.
Hidden Valley's done a nice job of protecting the passing lanes, getting a few steals, and that's been to their benefit so far.
Here's Briarty kicking it to Joshua Iwamizu. Iwamizu finds Daniel Iwamizu on the left wing. Iwamizu lofting it far side to Joshua Iwamizu. Head fakes the 3, now driving down low against Marcus, but loses a handle on the dribble. Sheen collects, tosses it ahead to Stork, who goes up with his right hand, can't get it. Sheen for the putback attempt, can't convert either. And a held ball, possession going the way of the Mustangs.
Good opportunity for the Hornets. The layup just would not go. And Hidden Valley will get the ball.
It'll be Fisk to inbound. Kicks it to Briarty, who crosses the half-court line. Now it's Iwamizu on the far side wing. Kicking it to Iwamizu, top of the key. Now it's Briarty. Briarty fakes going left, goes right, kicks it to Fisk. Now Iwamizu trying to get it down low to Briarty. Now it's Iwamizu on the right side wing. Joshua Iwamizu with it now. Kicks it to Fisk, guarded by Stork. Fisk zipping it over to Iwamizu now on the far side. Finding Greenberg at the free throw line. Greenberg turns around, starts the dribble, and back out to half court. Now it's to Fisk on the far side. Fisk finding Iwamizu for a catch and shoot triple, and Iwamizu can't find the hole. Here's Sheen, kicking it ahead to Stork. Stork kicking it over to Bennett, far side. Bennett fakes left, drives right baseline, up with the layup, can't get it. Short arms it. McCready with the rebound, battles through contact and finishes.
Good second chance for the Hornets. Give them the lead.
17-16 now, 5:03 to go in the second. And for McCready, that was his 5th point tonight. Here's Briarty, bouncing it to Greenberg, zipping it to Iwamizu. Iwamizu again on this near wing that he plants himself at. Here's Greenberg, trying to drive right baseline, head fakes, turns around, gets by Sheen, up with the shot, won't go. Iwamizu with the rebound, dives at the rim, he can't get the bucket either. It's Stork who cleans the glass. Shaw trying to get it inside to McCready, but Joshua Iwamizu steals the pass, lofts it into the front court, underhand shovel pass to Greenberg, and the layup's good.
Hidden Valley's prepared for that pass. They're doing a nice job down low in that passing lane, getting some steals.
They take the lead 18-17, 4:20 to go in the second. Here's Bennett, guarded by Fisk. Now it's going to be Boersma on the far side, interior pass to McCready. He gets an open look at the rim and converts. McCready with 7 points tonight. His team up 19-18.
Good pass from Boersma there.
Here's Iwamizu putting on the deck, trying to drive into the lane. The shot's good, and these teams trading punches in the second quarter. Hidden Valley now up by 1. Stork to Sheen in the near side. Kicks it to Bennett. He has an open look at 3, can't get it. And it's Briarty with the rebound.
Henley back to man defensively.
And it's Joshua Iwamizu with it now, top of the key. Hidden Valley with varying paces in their offensive possessions. Here's Joshua Iwamizu dribbling against McCready. Along the left block, turns around, fadeaway jumper is no good. Long rebound is collected by Boersma. Boersma shoves it ahead to Bennett into the front court. Bennett trying to drive baseline, spins around, fadeaway jumper's good, and Bennett, a tough bucket there, but he earned it.
Nice touch on that shot, little turnaround jumper, fadeaway, got it to drop.
His first points tonight, 21-20. And timeout is called. The officials finding I believe, a wet spot on the floor, something along that nature. And some subs coming in for both teams. We'll reset the 10 men on the floor for you. For Henley, it's going to be Aiden Hayes, TJ Chavez, Shaw Stork, Owen Sheen, and Blaine Boersma. For the Hornets, it's Iwamizu, Fisk, along with Klingler, Grice, and Greenberg.
Good even game so far, just like we thought. Home team holding their own here.
Last time these two teams played, it was Henley who pulled away in the second half to the tune of a 64-48 victory on their home floor. Here's Greenberg with it on the far side. Kicks it to Grice. Long triple, back iron, no good, and it's Klingler with the rebound. Finds Grice again, and now it's back to Greenberg well beyond the perimeter at the big Mustang half-court logo. Over to Grice on the far side. Grice guarded by Chavez, lofting it to Iwamizu. Iwamizu to Greenberg. Greenberg bothered by Sheen to Klingler. Now Iwamizu on the far side. bothered by Boersma. Gets it to Fisk, now to Klingler. Klingler guarded by Hayes. Trying to get it outside to Grice, but the ball knocked loose by Hayes. Grice does collect in the backcourt. 2:27 to go in the second. Henley leads 21-20. Here's Klingler with it now, guarded by Hayes in the near side, trying to find Fisk top of the key. Now it's Grice. Grice driving inside low. Spins around to his right. Touch off the glass is good. And Hidden Valley now up in front, 22-21. It's Sheen trying to go to the rim, driving hard, can't get it. And Grice clears the glass.
Henley wastes no time. Even after a made basket, they get the ball up the floor in a hurry.
Greenberg bothered by Sheen at the half-court stripe. Trying to move right with it. Spins around, operates to his left. Terminates the dribble and kicks it to Grice. Now back to Greenberg. Greenberg finding Klingler along the near side. Klingler bouncing it over to Fisk. Stork bothers the passing lane, but Fisk driving to the rim, can't get it. Klingler with the rebound, bounces it back outside to Greenberg. Greenberg trapped by Sheen in the far side, gets it to Grice. Grice, catch and shoot three, won't go. Rebound snagged by Boersma. Boersma pushing the pace for the Hornets. Move to the rim is up and no good. Now it's Greenberg for Hidden Valley. 1:17 to go in the second. Greenberg up with the shot, and a nice touch off the glass as Hidden Valley up in front by 3. 24-21. Here's Sheen. Gets it to Stork. Stork driving down low. Pump fakes. Up with the layup. It's good.
Nice pivot to the basket for Shaw there for the easy bucket.
Okay, now it's 24-23. Hornets still trail, under a minute to go in the second. And it's Greenberg with it, bouncing it to Fisk. Fisk zipping it to Klingler. Klingler back to Iwamizu on the far side wing, bothered by Boersma, lofting it near side to Greenberg before getting it to Klingler, picked up by Hayes. Klingler bouncing it over to Fisk. Fisk finding Greenberg in the far corner, and a whistle. It's going to be a foul away from the ball again, as McCready and Bennett get set to check in for Henley. And Joshua Iwamizu in for the Mustangs.
We've had a number of fouls away from the ball. It's been physical, and not just at the point of offense, away from the ball also tonight.
30 seconds to go in the second quarter, and Hidden Valley will have possession. It'll be Greenberg lofting it high to Klingler on the inbound pass, getting it to Joshua Iwamizu near side. Now back to Klingler. Finds Greenberg. Greenberg over to Iwamizu. 23 seconds now to go in the second. Finding Klingler again. Now back to Greenberg, guarded by Sheen. Greenberg lofting it to Iwamizu, and it's now to Klingler. Klingler guarded by Bennett. Back outside to Greenberg. Now 9 seconds. Greenberg dribbling around near side. 5 seconds to go. Greenberg steps into a long three, and it gets stuck against the against the rim in the backboard with 2 seconds to go, and our referee making a play to get it unstuck. Nice.
Those are always surprising, even though you see them a lot. When it gets wedged in there, it's just weird.
2 seconds. The Hornets will have an opportunity at a long jump shot. And Stork to inbound. Shaw fires it ahead. Sheen to Boersma at the buzzer. Won't go. And we'll go to the locker rooms with the Hornets trailing on the road. 24-23. We'll be back with more Hornets basketball next on 104.3 and 960 Sports HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Yeah.
Henley.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
It's halftime tonight at Hidden Valley High School, and the Hornets find themselves trailing the Mustangs 24-23. The Mustangs are led in scoring by Daniel Iwamizu with 6 points tonight. Aiden Grice has got 5. 4 points tonight for Nate Greenberg, 3 for Braxton Briarty, and 2 for Austin Klingler and Joshua Iwamizu. Tonight for the Hornets, they're led in scoring by Blaine Boersma, who's got 8 points this evening, along with Marcus McCready, who's scored 7. 4 points tonight for Shaw Stork after one half, and 2 for Luke Bennett and Owen Harper is how we find ourselves with a score of 24-23. Both these teams playing dead even in the first half, trading blows. My count was 4 lead changes, I believe, in that first half, and it's been action-packed, and teams are shooting the ball well. It's been great.
Yeah, Hidden Valley, I think, shooting the ball a little better. They've hit some threes. Henley's had a lot more chances at the rim on some transition attempts, but they've missed a few. Just kind of some bad luck, really. The ball just kind of rolling around and not falling for them. So, yeah, we've got an even game. Both teams playing well, and it's up for grabs in the second half.
Something also interesting in that second quarter was Henley coming out with a little bit of a different look defensively, switching things up. I think it didn't necessarily slow down the Mustangs, but forced them to take those long-range shots that they just ended up hitting.
Yeah, I'm impressed with any team that can change defenses on the fly like that. I think it's a real asset if you have a team that can do that. And Henley did they tried a little zone trap for a few possessions, got a steal and a basket out of that, and then fell back into their man-to-man. So we may see that again in the second half.
24-23, the Hornets trailing Hidden Valley at halftime. Hornets trying to protect their unblemished league record, while Hidden Valley trying to claw their way back into the conference race. We'll take a look at the Skyline Conference when we come back, and the one other game going on in the league tonight. That's all coming up next as we continue your halftime coverage of Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video tonight on my.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Back at halftime tonight at Hidden Valley High School, and the Mustangs in front of the Hornets, 24-23 in the Skyline Conference matchup. Taking just a quick look now at the Skyline Conference. The Hornets lead the pack. They are 4-0 in conference play, 11-6 overall. Klamath Union is 3-1. Phoenix, Hidden Valley, and Mazama each 1-3. And now as we are really strong-footed into the second half of the Skyline Conference season, each game meaning that much more. Henley trying to protect that goose egg in the loss column, and Hidden Valley trying to claw their way back into the conference race. And with the conference, it seems almost split in half with the two winning teams, Henley and Klamath Union, 2 games in front of the rest of the conference. But all these games have just feel like they've been played so tough. Even tonight, the 8-11 Hidden Valley Mustangs leading at half.
Yeah, Henley. I know Henley feels fortunate to be 4-0. this conference is tough.
Yeah.
And to go through the first half and not lose the game is something they can be really proud of. And these next 4, they're definitely going to be tough, starting with tonight.
And last time these two teams played, it was a similar story. I think the Hornets might have been favored going into that game, especially on their home floor. It was a real close first half, but eventually it was the Hornets who pulled away with a 64-48 victory. Again, one of those games where they didn't have to change too much. They just started to hit their shots, and Hidden Valley just fell too far behind.
Right. Henley seems to rely on that second half. They kind of find who's had the hot hand, because as we've mentioned, they have a lot of players that can lead them in scoring. Maybe it's Borisma tonight. Maybe it's the big guy, McCready. I think in the second half we'll see someone kind of take charge in the scoring, and hopefully for Henley it'll extend that lead.
We talked about the other game going on in the conference tonight. It is Mazama taking on Phoenix. So a pair of 1 and 3 teams, again, trying to establish a small foothold in the conference race, winding down the season. But the Hornets, right now, again, atop the league. Not only that, but they find themselves ranked 7th in the state. That's behind Philomath, Junction City, Cascade, Baker, Seaside, and North Marion. And just taking a look at the schedule real briefly, we've played 2 of those teams and are 1 and 2, I think, against those teams, right?
Yeah.
Against, that would be Junction City and Philomath.
Right.
And so Henley has separated themselves in terms of the state ranking from the rest of the Skyline Conference, but at the end of the day, you got to win that conference to clinch that home court advantage if you earn it.
Right, and if you can find yourself in the top 8 when you've played all your games, that's a real accomplishment. You get yourself in a good position, you get home games before you go to state, and so Henley's in a good spot, being number 7. If they can win out here, they'll be in a real good position for the postseason.
Absolutely. The key is finishing strong, not only for the rest of the season, but also in the second half of this game tonight. The Hornets find themselves down 24-23 at halftime. We're going to take one more break, and when we come back, it'll be time for third quarter basketball on 104.3 and 960 Steve Video tonight on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Nearing the second half of Skyline Conference basketball tonight as the Hidden Valley Mustangs are in front of the Henley Hornets 24-23. And we've kind of been talking here and there about the remaining schedule for each of these two teams. For Hidden Valley, the first half of their schedule was dominated by road games. They played 3 games on the road and just 1 here at home. So they get to finish with 3 home games beginning tonight and against Phoenix and against Klamath Union. Their final road trip will be against Mazama on the 17th. But for Henley, Yeah, they do have a couple of road trips in the second half, but they saved their 2 longest for the second half. Not only this trip tonight, but a trip back over the hill to finish out the league season, going over to Phoenix. But 2 home games remaining against the Basin's best in Mazama and Klamath Union. It's sure to be a good time coming down the stretch for all these teams. And again, only one team guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. An at-large team could crack the list as well. In the past, you've had 3 Skyline Conference teams, I believe, made the playoffs last year.
Sure.
And I don't think any of them made the tournament. I think everyone was nixed in the first round last year. But a tough conference nonetheless, and a tough game being played here tonight. As the 5 on the floor emerging for the Henley Hornets will be Shaw Stork, Luke Bennett, Blaine Boersma, Owen Sheen, and Marcus McCready. And still awaiting on the 5 getting things started for Hidden Valley.
You don't really think about it, but the road games that we play in Klamath, at Mazama, at Klamath, those are tough games.
They certainly are.
And so the schedule is kind of front-loaded as Henley played both those games on the road. So coming down the stretch here, it will be nice having those 2 games in the Hornets' nest. Yeah.
So for Hidden Valley, it'll be Daniel Iwamizu, Joshua Iwamizu, Braxton Briarty, Aiden Grice, and Nate Greenberg. And it'll be Mustangs basketball to start this second half. Again, they're up by 1, 24-23, led in scoring after the first half by Daniel Iwamizu with 6 on 2 made triples. So far, the Mustangs have made 4 3-pointers tonight. All right, here's Greenberg. Dribbling along the far side, picked up by Sheen. Greenberg zipping it over to Daniel Iwamizu, getting it inside to Briarty. Tries to find the cutting Greenberg, but he can't corral the pass. It'll be a turnover in Hornets basketball.
That pass wasn't really there. Had to force it a little bit. Threw it out of bounds.
Boersma lofting it ahead to Bennett. Now back to Boersma. Guarded by Iwamizu beyond the key. Now into Stork. Tries to find the cutting Boersma up off the glass. It's no good. Iwamizu with the rebound. Ahead to Briarty. Briarty bringing it along the near side wing. Briarty bothered by Bennett. Finds Iwamizu. Now to Greenberg at half court. Greenberg to Joshua Iwamizu. Finds Daniel, top of the key, gets it to Greenberg. Greenberg driving in low, reverse layup, high off the glass, won't go, and the rebound collected by McCready. McCready shoves it ahead to Boersma, pushing the pace for the Hornets. Boersma takes a step back beyond the 3-point arc before finding Bennett. Bennett driving the right block, floater up off the rim, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Mustangs, so it'll be Hornets basketball.
I'm interested to see Hidden Valley's pace here, if they want to keep running or if they want to slow it up just a little bit.
Boersma, inbound pass to Bennett, top of the key. Bennett dribbling along the right side, lofting it down low to McCready, who turns around and tosses it off the glass, and McCready and the Hornets strike first here in the third, up to a 1-point lead, 25-24. And Grice trying to find Greenberg down low, up off the glass, and another lead change. It's 26-25 Hidden Valley. And last touched by Grice as it goes out of bounds.
I think Henley's going to want to just take better care of the ball this half. Try to cut those turnovers down, make better passes inside like that last possession into McCready.
Boersma inbound pass to Stork, who finds the cutting Boersma, but he travels on his way to the rim, so no bucket. It'll be Mustangs basketball, and they've got the lead, 26-25, 6:38 to go in the third. Iwamizu finding Briarty. Briarty kicks it to Grice. Grice now over to Iwamizu, trying to dribble against McCready down low, spins around, head fakes, gets McCready off his feet and finishes at the rim.
That was a nice pivot, little triple pivot, ended up with a lay-in.
Sheen now on the far side. Sheen trying to drive baseline, kicks it over to McCready, who finishes down low.
The Hornets are looking to the big guy early. Couple of baskets in a row for Marcus.
Here's Briarty now for the Mustangs. Over to Greenberg. It's 28-27 Hidden Valley. Boersma disrupts the passing lane and loses the dribble on the drive. Finds Sheen as he tries to save it from going out of bounds, and a foul. That's going to go against Briarty, and it'll be Hornets basketball.
That was just tough luck. Boersma on his way to the basket. Ball just caromed off of his leg, but Henley will retain possession.
And how about Sheen collecting the basketball, reminding us that he's a wide receiver in football season, lofting up for that one.
Good hands.
Here's Stork now. Gets it to Bennett in the near corner for 3. Bennett can't convert. The rebound is snagged by Greenberg. Greenberg moving quickly for the Mustangs. Up with the shot, and the bucket does not count. The foul on the floor before the shot.
That was kind of a circus shot that did go in, but the foul was called on the drive, so it won't count.
Greenberg asking for that foul to be on the shot, but makes his case. The judge won't hear it. And it'll be inbound on the baseline. Greenberg quickly inside to Iwamizu. Tries to go up with it. Can't get it. The rebound collected by Stork. Stork pushing the pace for the Hornets. Trying to drive down low, and the whistle.
Just a high dribble there. Ended up having to carry it. And the ball will go to the Mustangs.
Greenberg bringing it to the front court for Hidden Valley. Picked up by Sheen at half court. Kicks it over to Iwamizu. Again, 28-27. Mustangs lead 5.5 to go in the third. Klingler's checked into the game for Hidden Valley. Now it's to Greenberg for a long 3. That won't go. Bennett with the rebound. Bennett kicks it ahead to Sheen. Sheen trying to drive the right baseline. Kicks it to Stork. Stork inside to Marcus, who battles through a triple team to finish at the rim.
Henley really making that extra pass and looking inside now almost every possession.
McCready tonight's got 13 points, and all 6 of his team's points in this third quarter. Here's Grice with it now on the far side. Grice to Greenberg, now to Iwamizu on the near side. Iwamizu's got it, guarded by Boersma. Now to Iwamizu, guarded by McCready. Bounces it to Daniel Iwamizu. Daniel Iwamizu finds Greenberg on the far side in front of the Hidden Valley bench. Greenberg bouncing it to Joshua Iwamizu, top of the key, puts it on the deck. Finds Klingler now. Klingler picked up by Bennett, bouncing it over to Grice on the far side. Grice, bothered by Stork, finds Greenberg, zips it over to Klingler near side. Klingler, bothered by Bennett, starts the dribble, finds Greenberg. Greenberg spins around, trying to drive down low, up with the shot, no good. Greenberg on the putback, that won't go either. Bennett with the rebound, racing up the floor, bouncing it to Sheen. Move to the rim is good, and the foul.
Excellent transition basketball from the Hornets. Driving the ball hard, making the pass. Flying down the lane was Sheen. And he got a chance to get a three-point play.
And would you believe it if I told you this is the Hornets' first free throw attempt of the night?
I was wondering that we haven't seen free throws tonight. It's been one of those games.
Here's Sheen at the line to try to make it a three-point play. And Sheen can't get it. The rebound collected by Fisk. Hornets still up 31-28. And a turnover going the way of the Hornets.
There's another one of those away from the ball fouls. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on in there. The officials doing a good job keeping the game under control. And Henley will retain the basketball.
It's Boersma with it now. Boersma kicking it to Bennett on the far side. Bennett inside to Sheen, who tosses it off the glass from about 8 feet out.
Henley really looking inside, looking for those inside hoops, not settling for the jumper.
The score 33-28, and Henley's out in front. Pass goes inside to Daniel Iwamizu. Can't finish at the open look at the rim. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession Hornets. And again, 33-28 Hornets advantage. 3.5 to go in the third.
After being down by a point at halftime, Henley now making a little run.
Here's Boersma dishing it over to Stork. Stork now to Sheen on the far side, trying to get it down low to Marcus. Pass broken up by Hidden Valley, but it will remain Hornets basketball as it looks like Aiden Connaught getting ready to check in for, and that would be Aiden Fisk for Hidden Valley.
Marcus is pointing up. He says, get the ball high. I have the height advantage. Get the ball up in the air and I'll go get it.
He does. Standing 6'7", McCready matches up well with just about anyone in the league. Boersma zips it down low to Sheen. Doesn't put enough on the finish, and the rebound is snagged by Greenberg. Greenberg walks it across the half-court stripe for the Mustangs. Gets it to Connaught, well beyond the arc, right in front of the team's bench. Now it's Briarty. Briarty picked up by Stork, kicks it to Greenberg. Greenberg zipping it over to Klingler, now to Briarty on the far side. Briarty to Iwamizu, finding Klingler, and he is going to travel. Didn't dribble before he started his step, and another turnover.
Henley's turned up the defense a little bit, making it a little bit tougher. And we've seen some turnovers here in the second half for the Mustangs.
Bennett to inbound in front of the Hidden Valley bench. Gets it to Boersma, who crosses half court unopposed. Boersma taking the McCready screen, going left, spins around, tries to find Marcus down low, but the pass taken away by Briarty. Briarty is going to kick it to Greenberg. Greenberg now beyond the arc. Terminates the dribble, kicks it over to Briarty. Briarty along the left wing and tries to find it to Iwamizu, but has to settle for Klingler in the corner. Klingler brings it back around, finds Iwamizu on the right side wing. Now to Connaught, top of the key. Over to Klingler. Klingler guarded by Bennett. Drive into the rim. Up with the shot. That one rattles out. No good. Stork with the rebound. Stork into the front court now for the Hornets, finding Boersma now near side. Kicks it to Stork on the far side wing. Stork trying to drive down low. Up with the shot, and Shaw with the floater. It's now 35-28, and Coach Hammond wants time. We'll take one as well. 2 minutes to go in the third, and the Hornets have opened up a 7-point lead, 35-28. More action next on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for us.
Back with you now in the third quarter. The score 35-28. And 6 lead changes in this game, but right now the Hornets have opened themselves up a 7-point advantage. Marcus McCready with 6 points in this third quarter and 13 so far on the night.
Yeah, just like we thought, Henley cut down on the turnovers, being a little more careful with the ball, and then definitely focusing inside, trying to get the ball inside, get easier looks, and it's paid off for them. You know, one thing we don't see in the stats is how often Marcus McCready changes the shot. We've seen that a lot tonight, especially here in the third quarter. He may not get credit for a block, but it's so hard to shoot up and around and over him, and it's really helped Henley here in the third.
It'll be Mustangs ball to start with 1:55 to go in the third. And again, Henley up in front, 35-28. Here's Grice with it now, top of the key. Grice trying to get it down low to Iwamizu. Bounce pass to Greenberg, who tries to reverse layup. Can't get it. The rebound snagged by McCready. He shoves it ahead to Boersma now, top of the key. Boersma over to Hayes, who's checked into the game for the Hornets. Inside to Stork. Stork zips it inside to McCready, but a foul coming the other way. It'll be Mustangs basketball.
The referee thought Marcus pushed his way through the key to get open. Another away from the ball foul.
And even though it's been a physical contest and not a lot of free throws, it has been a tightly called game.
Yes.
Not a lot of contact, or excuse me, you're not getting away with a lot of contact in this game.
Right.
Greenberg with it now on the far side for the Mustangs. Takes the Iwamizu screen, terminates the dribble, and finds Daniel Iwamizu now. Kicks it to Joshua Iwamizu. Here's Briarty with it. Briarty to Greenberg. Greenberg now to Iwamizu. A long triple, front iron, no good, and Grice with the rebound. Finds Iwamizu. Iwamizu opts for a three this time, bounces it off the glass, and Hayes with the rebound. Hayes pushing the pace a little bit for the Hornets. Kicks it ahead to Stork. Stork turns around, beyond the arc now, gets it to Hayes. Hayes now to Sheen. Sheen puts it on the deck, driving down low. Interior pass to Marcus is broken up by Iwamizu. It'll remain Hornets basketball as it goes out of bounds.
Henley will inbound under their own basket.
And Austin Klingler checking in for Daniel Iwamizu for Hidden Valley. Sheen inbounds it to Stork. Stork puts it on the deck, goes up with the shot, but he is fouled by Iwamizu. And so it'll send Stork to the line for a pair.
Stork saw a little light in the key right there and drove right through it and drew a foul.
And we'll remind you that tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru, stop by and say hi. Stork's first free throw missed the mark along with the second. The rebound is going to be out of bounds, and Hidden Valley will take possession.
It's under a minute here in the third. Henley hangs on to that 7-point lead.
Here's Greenberg, now to Grice. Grice kicks it to Iwamizu, who's back into the game for Hidden Valley. Greenberg taking the Iwamizu screen. Kicks it to Iwamizu now on the far side. Iwamizu trying to drive baseline, tries to get it to Grice on the near side. Grice driving down low, spins around to his right, uses the glass, but he can't get it to go. The rebound is collected by Sheen. Sheen ahead to Hayes. Now 21 seconds to go. Hayes bounce pass down low to Boersma, who gets his first points of the second half, and that's 10 for him on the night. 37-28. 13 seconds to go. Grice for three. No good. Sheen collects the rebound. 9 seconds to go now in the third. Henley up 37-28. Sheen pushing the pace. 5 seconds to go. Up with the shot and a charge against Sheen.
I think they're talking about it. I think one official had a block and one had a charge. We'll see what they come up with.
Yeah, they are talking underneath the rim, and
they're pretty much voting. There's 3 refs.
Yeah, majority rules.
Yes.
Let's see what they decide.
We're all patiently waiting.
Can someone cue the Jeopardy music?
Coach Hammond's waiting, for, most certainly. They did call the charge. That took a while.
And Hammond, who was content with the call at first, nodding his head, is now trying to make his case since there was a shot to maybe change it. But it'll be Mustangs basketball with 3 seconds to go in this third quarter. Quickly inbound to Greenberg. Greenberg dribbles at half court and can't get it to fall. 37-28 as we head to the fourth quarter. The Hornets hanging on to this lead. We've got fourth quarter action next on 104.3 and 960 Sports HD video tonight on My Basin.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
It's time for fourth quarter basketball tonight from Hidden Valley High School, just south of Grants Pass, as the Hornets lead 37-28. Shaw drives to the rim and finishes with his right hand to open up the fourth quarter. It's now 39-28, and the Hornets lead the Mustangs.
Nobody picked him up. He just kept going and had an easy hoop.
8 points tonight for Shaw after that layup. It's Iwamizu with a long two. Rims out no good. Sheen battles for the rebound against Briarty and wins that battle. It's Sheen with it now as he crosses the timeline for the Hornets. Kicks it to Hayes on the far side. Now it's Stork. Kicks it to Boersma. Boersma over to Stork. Stork trying to spin around to his right. Hands it to Boersma.
Henley now taking a little time. They have a good lead here in the fourth. They won't be quite as aggressive. They'll take their time.
Continuing to look for the best shot. It's Boersma now in the far corner. Dribbles it back out. Now it's Stork in the far corner. Fakes right, goes left, driving to the rim and has it blocked. It's going to be Greenberg who tries to save it from going out of bounds. Barrels into Coach Hammond on the way to knocking it out of bounds. It'll be Hornets basketball.
That's one thing that we'll see next year with the shot clock that will change this kind of a strategy a little bit when a team has a lead like this. But Henley is totally fine with burning some clock.
Boersma beginning the dribble. Behind the back, kicks it to Stork. Stork zipping it near side to Hayes. Hayes putting it on the deck, trying to drive down low, slips, and it'll be a foul against Greenberg.
That's the sixth on Hidden Valley. One more, and Henley will be shooting.
And also just 3 team fouls for the Hornets here in the second half. It's Sheen to inbound, finds Stork. Stork puts it on the deck before passing it over to Boersma. Now Sheen in the far corner. Sheen guarded by Briarty, kicks it inside to Stork. Stork trying to bounce it down to Marcus, but it goes out of bounds. stays with Henley.
A lot of traffic in there. Henley's fortunate to keep the ball.
And Marcus is creating a lot of gravity down in that paint, especially with the kind of night he's having so far, 13 points.
He certainly does attract a lot of attention for sure.
Stork bouncing it into Sheen, but it's picked away by Briarty. The Mustangs have possession as it'll be Greenberg. Moving into the front court for Hidden Valley. Grice trying to drive to the rim, has the shot blocked by Marcus.
Good timing by McCready, didn't get the body on him. Was able to slap the ball away cleanly. Good defense.
39-28, Henley leads, 6.5 to go in the fourth. Greenberg to inbound. Finds Briarty in the far side, catch and shoot three, rims out. Greenberg with the rebound, tries to put it back up and in, but can't. Rebound collected by Sheen. Sheen shovels it ahead to Boersma. Boersma driving to the rim with the left hand, it's good.
Swished hands, nice move.
12 points tonight for Blaine, his team up 41-28. Now it's Grice near side, kicks it to Joshua Iwamizu, 4-3, no good, and it's McCready with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Boersma. Boersma again dribbling to the rim, with the right hand won't go. Marcus flicks one off the rim, and it's no good either. Greenberg now trying to push the pace for Hidden Valley, dribbles all the way to the rim, and he finishes with his left. Timeout called by Hidden Valley, we'll take one too. 41-30. With 5:48 to go in the fourth, and Henley in front of Hidden Valley. You've got Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 60 Sports.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back with you at the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Hidden Valley High School as the Hornets find themselves in front of the Mustangs 41-30 late here in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to this win on the road. Still a lot of basketball left to be played as the five that emerge from the Hornets bench after the timeout. It's Luke Bennett, Shaw Stork, Marcus McCready, Blaine Boersma, and Owen Sheen. For the Mustangs, it's the Iwamizu brothers along with Briarty, Klingler, and Greenberg. And it'll be the Hornets who start with possession coming out of the break. Here's Boersma. Boersma bouncing it near side to Sheen. Sheen fielding a double team, finds it back to Boersma. Now inside to Stork at the free throw line. Zipping it over to Bennett. Bennett controls the pass. Now inside to Marcus, who has an easy look at the rim. And it looks like there might be a hurt Mustang on the other side of the floor, as that bucket from Marcus makes the score 43-30 with 5.5 to go in the fourth. And again, action has stopped, as there's a player down there on the other side of the floor with this brief pause in the action. We'll remind you that tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com is brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. Also, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. They've got the most understanding trainers you could ask for, and their workouts help you get motivated all day long. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness wants you to lose those reins and get your gains.
That last possession was exactly what Henley wants to do. Take a little time off the clock, make that pass, and get an easy look at the basket for an easy two.
They're up 13, 43-30. And the pass, I think, intended for Greenberg goes out of bounds, so it'll be Hornets basketball, with Sheen to inbound in front of the Mustangs bench.
Hidden Valley a little bit desperate now with just over 5 minutes to go. They'll have to pick up the pace and try to get some shots more quickly than they have been.
Also, they're turning up the defensive pressure as Sheen fields a double team at half court. Getting it inside to Stork now. Stork with the layup. That one bounces around the rim and falls. 45-30 with 5:05 to go in the fourth. Here's Iwamizu now with it, finding Greenberg on the far side. Greenberg, top of the key, loses the dribble, but recollects, kicks it to Klingler, guarded by Bennett. Now Iwamizu on the far side. Here's Greenberg now in the far corner, Iwamizu for three. It's just short of its mark, and Boersma gets the rebound. Boersma pushing the pace for the Hornets. Inside to Bennett. Bennett spins around, fadeaway jumper's no good. McCready for the putback, that won't go. Stork with the third chance for the Hornets. That won't go. Boersma for the fourth. No, it's blocked. Sheen with a long rebound and gets it to Bennett. Bennett thinks about a three, but kicks it to Stork. Now over to Bennett on the far side. Bennett driving to the rim. Up with the shot. No good. Boersma, a fifth chance. It's finally in.
Put that stat on the fifth chance points.
Yeah. My goodness.
Henley got a lot of offensive boards on that possession. Just good hustle. That's how you get those rebounds. And Boersma at the line for the chance at a three-point play.
Hard work on the glass. I think just about everyone collected a rebound on that possession.
Yeah.
But that's the sign of a team that crashes the glass real well as Boersma hits the free throw. Score now 48-30, 4:13 to go in the fourth, and Hidden Valley has it. Greenberg now in the front court for Hidden Valley. Dribbling over to his left, and timeout is called. We'll take 1-2. 4:06 to go in the fourth, and the score 48-30 with Henley out in front. You've got Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Video on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Fourth quarter action resuming in just a bit as the Henley Hornets find themselves out in front of Hidden Valley 48-30. Only 6 points scored for Hidden Valley in this second half. The Hornets defense has really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, and you know that first half, the three ball is the big equalizer always. It keeps you in games. Hidden Valley hit a few in the first half. They just haven't hit those shots here in the second half.
Yeah, 4 triples in the game for Hidden Valley, all of them in that first half. Here's Klingler with it now for the Mustangs, finding Iwamizu. Iwamizu over to Grice. Grice loses the dribble, but recollects. Grice now to Iwamizu, top of the key. Iwamizu at the free throw line, steps back, kicks it over to Klingler. Klingler, top of the key, now to Iwamizu, near side wing, guarded by Boersma. Kicks it to Greenberg. Greenberg to Klingler. And the Mustangs trying to just find an open look, but they are down 18.
Taking a lot of time here.
Klingler to Iwamizu, now to Grice. Grice trying to drive baseline, spins around to his right. Mid-range jumper is a bank shot, and it's good for Grice. Hornets zip it into the front court. Sheen driving coast to coast, and it's good.
Just that quickly. Henley gets out on the break and gets the basket.
Mustangs trying to answer quickly with themselves. A foul on the shot will send Klingler to the line for his first and second free throws of the evening. And by my count, the first free throws of the night for Hidden Valley.
Yes, it is a crazy evening with so many fouls away from the ball and not many shooting fouls.
First shot was no good for Klingler, and Aiden Fisk checking into the game for Joshua Iwamizu. Boersma comes out, and Hayes comes in for the Hornets.
Henley's gone with pretty much 8-man rotation like we're used to seeing. They've played that many tonight.
And the second free throw was good for Klingler. And so the score now 50-33, and the Hornets lead. Owen Harper's checked into the game as well for Henley. Here's Stork with it, top of the key. Getting it to Sheen. Sheen at the free throw line and can't connect on the jumper. Loose ball, still up for grabs, picked up by Hayes. Hayes dribbles it back outside to half court before bouncing it inside to Harper. Harper trying to back down Grice. Kicks it out to Stork. Stork driving down low, has it knocked loose and a foul.
And he'll be shooting as Hornets find themselves in the bonus.
Eighth team foul for Hidden Valley. And the second of the night for Daniel Iwamizu. Owen Sheen checks out, and Chris Janney replaces him. Stork's first free throw is good, so he'll get a second.
Coach Hammond giving some of the players at the end of the bench a little playing time here. Hornets have a comfortable lead.
That one rims out no good for Shaw, so the score remains 51-33, 2:36 to go in the fourth. Klingler finding Iwamizu. Now to Greenberg on the far side. Greenberg trying to drive baseline, up with the shot, no good. He collects his rebound and puts it back up and in. And for Greenberg, he's got 10 points tonight. He's leading his team in scoring. As a matter of fact, by my count, only himself and Aiden Fisk have even scored in this second half. Again, 51-35 here in the fourth quarter. The Hornets trying to hold on, and the majority of the starters on the bench, and maybe, just maybe, looking ahead to that Friday night date with Mazama back on their home floor.
It's a good trip tonight for Henley. You know, I think they really made a conscious effort, I feel like, to take better care of the ball in the second half. Not nearly as many turnovers, good interior passing, and I think that made a big difference, along with Henley turned up the defense. Really did a nice job making tough situations for Hidden Valley to score, and that's why they find themselves up 16.
Here's Aiden Hayes as he crosses the timeline for the Hornets. It's Hayes, Harper, Bennett, Janney, and Chavez in for the Hornets. Here's Hayes. Hayes kicks it to Bennett. Bennett loses it, and it's picked up by Iwamizu. Iwamizu trying to find Fisk down low, and the shot's good. 4 points tonight for Fisk as it's 51-37. Henley still leads, 1:54 to go in the fourth. Here's Janney. Janney over to Hayes. Hayes head fakes, drives down low, spins around, kicks it outside to Bennett for three. Good! And the first triple of the night for Henley comes in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. 54-37.
Some new faces in for the Hornets, but all still good athletes in there for Henley. Their whole bench is full of them. Good group.
And some of these players, I'm thinking of TJ Chavez specifically, he was getting heavy rotational minutes last time these two teams played when it was Marcus McCready who was out with an injury. Chavez was a starter in that game, finally getting some action in this one. Here's Greenberg now for Hidden Valley. A triple is off its mark. Harper with the rebound. And he'll kick it ahead to Janney. 1:17 to go now in the game. 54-37, Henley in front. Here's Hayes. Taking Greenberg out well beyond the perimeter. Hayes passing it to Bennett. Bennett against Iwamizu. Trying to find Harper on the far side. Kicks it to Janney. Janney driving the far baseline. Up with the shot and gets fouled. So Janney will head to the line for two.
Chris trying to find himself in the scoring column. Just under a minute now left to play.
And one more player getting ready to check in for the Hornets. Looks like it's going to be Joe Janney, the freshman, at the scorer's table. And 5 new players in for Hidden Valley. It's going to be Naren Stone along with Presley Noga. And try to get all these new faces in there. Thomas Drake in for the Mustangs along with Kaiser Daly. Janney's first free throw missed its mark, but the second one finds its way home as Janney, there in the scoring column, puts his team up 55-37. Here's Noga with it now on the far side. Now it's Stone. Stone kicks it to Noga. Noga over to Daly, who opts for three, won't go. The rebound is going to be picked up by Harper. Harper kicks it ahead to Janney, now 35 seconds to go in the game. It's going to be Janney trying to drive down low and a charging foul. And I believe that's Max Tobiasen into the game for Henley.
Kaiser Daly with good position for the Mustangs, who drew the charge.
And here we go. 32 seconds to go in the game. Henley up 55-37. And it's Noga into the front court now for Hidden Valley. Noga finding Daly. Daly's going to loft it on over to Drake. Drake now to Noga on the far side. Now it's back over to McCord. McCord to Drake. Now back over to Stone. Stone trying to find the player on the far side. The layup attempt is no good, but fouled on the shot, so that will send Cooper McCord to the line for Hidden Valley. and charge the foul to Owen Harper, his first. The first free throw is no good, and so it will be a second one coming up for Cooper McCord, the junior, getting his first action of the evening. Second free throw is no good either. The rebound is going to be collected by TJ Chavez, who dribbles into the front court and will likely dribble out the clock as the Hornets are going to escape Hidden Valley with a 56-37 league victory and improve to 5-0 in Skyline Conference play. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll recap it all for you with more Hornets basketball on the way on 104.3 and 960 Sports video tonight on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And the final score tonight from Hidden Valley High School, the Hornets prevailing in this road matchup, 56-37. Henley really spread the love in the scoring column tonight, led by Blaine Boersma and Marcus McCready, each with 15 points tonight. Shaw Stork scored 11. Owen Sheen notched 6. Luke Bennett chimed in with 5 of his own. Owen Harper with 2 points, and Chris Janney with 1 made free throw. Tallies up to your 56 for the Hornets tonight. Meantime, for the Mustangs, they were led in scoring by Nathan Greenberg, who notched 10 points tonight. 7 for Aiden Grice, 6 for Daniel Iwamizu, 4 for Aiden Fisk and Joshua Iwamizu, 3 for Braxton Briarty and Austin Klingler. The Mustangs fall in this one 56-37 to a Hornets team that, well, really turned it on in that second half. They were trailing by 1, and some defensive adjustments or just playing fiercer, don't really know what, but it worked out for the Hornets.
Yeah, Henley executed their game plan again like they're so good at doing this year. That's why they're the number 7 team in the state. Very good at spreading out the ball, pretty much equal scoring across the board. As you mentioned, some good games from McCready and Boersma tonight as they did well. It was similar to the last meeting, really. Close for a couple of quarters, and then Henley just cleaned up their game a little bit and extended their lead late.
And really, with the sample size we have of the Hornets, not only in league plays, they improved to 5-0, but also the 12-6 overall record. I think it'd be fair to say that this Hornets team is a second-half team. They seem to make their adjustments or refocus in the locker room at halftime, and it seems like every time the third quarter rolls around, that's where Henley starts to distance themselves from their opponent. Yeah,
absolutely. They keep it close, and then they see what they need to do, and they make their adjustments, and they execute their game plan. And it's been successful this year for sure. Any good road conference win is a good win. So they're very happy tonight. It'll be a nice bus ride home.
56-37, the final score from Hidden Valley tonight. We're going to take one more break on the post-game show. When we come back, we'll take a look around the Skyline Conference with just 3 remaining games left before the postseason. All the details next on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Back with you from Hidden Valley High School, the side of the Skyline Conference showdown tonight between the Hornets and the Mustangs. Henley improving to 5-0 in league play with a 56-37 victory over the now 1-4 Hidden Valley Mustangs. And just taking a look ahead at the schedule, the final 3 games of the season. For Hidden Valley, they are going to be back at home on Friday against Phoenix. They play Tuesday over in the Basin against Mazama. Then they wrap things up against Klamath Union. And then for the Hornets, we got a couple of home games coming up against a couple of rivals. Mazama on the 10th. That's this coming Friday, and Klamath Union the following Friday on the 17th. Each of those being home games. We'd love for you to tune in and find the broadcast coverage, but more importantly, come on out if you can. Should be a great environment for the final 2 home games of the season for the Hornets.
A couple big game Friday nights at Henley. It's going to be a good time. It'll be unpredictable. You don't know. It'll definitely be some good basketball. Definitely be some tough competition, as the Klamath Falls teams, they definitely like to get it on when they play each other, for sure.
Yeah, and especially when you look at a team like Henley, which won league play last year with an undefeated record. They're over halfway through this year's conference play with an unblemished league mark. And you start to look around the state, they're 7th out of 31 teams. I think the Hornets are right where they want to be coming down the stretch.
Yeah, they should be extremely happy. They played some good quality teams in their preseason, kept their high ranking, and they're sweeping their way through the league so far. So all good for the Henley Hornets at this point. Yep.
5-0 in league play and coming away with a road win tonight, 56-37. This about does it for us this evening. Appreciate you joining us for the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. As always, you can catch Hornets basketball all season long on MyBasin.com. It's your home for everything going on in the Basin, from news to special events to, of course, sports. Find it online at MyBasin.com. Would like to thank a few of the folks that make tonight's broadcast possible. Of course, our hosts tonight, everyone here at Hidden Valley, and the athletic director, Travis Howard. And, of course, all 4 head coaches we worked with tonight here in this boys contest, Mr. Luke Hammond and Jordan Kassler, along with Randy Denson and Andrew Clem in the girls contest earlier tonight. Everyone chipping in to make tonight's broadcast possible. The final score for Henley tonight, coming away with a road win, 56-37 over the Hidden Valley Mustangs. For Kevin Petrick, this is Josh Eldridge saying good night from Hidden Valley High School.